Martini Entertainment.
Well, Foos, it's episode 228. We got a lot to talk about. The Foo is back with his Fooisms. But first, find a bunch of cool Foobar show merch at tpublic.com. Find tons of new merch items like totes, travel mugs, magnets, baby onesies, and t-shirts in tons of new colors and styles. Go to our merch page found at foobarshow.com to check that all out. Also, click on the link to SoCal rock band The Fallen Electric at the bottom of foobarshow.com for music and merch. Also through TeePublic. On Saturday, May 8th, Filthy Martini Entertainment presents The Fallen Electric live at 5 p.m. on The Fallen Electric's YouTube channel. So add The Fallen Electric music to your Spotify or Apple Music playlist today. And lastly, ALF live events, man. Whether you'd like to host your next virtual event or you're ready to go live, in person, or given the times, Foos, in a socially responsible manner, ALF can help you do it right. They pride themselves in being masters of audio, visual, and lighting solutions. Most recently, Foos, they've become masters of virtual events and meetings, partnering with their clients to produce live events in a socially safe environment. Go to alflei.com to get their contact information. They can be contacted via phone call or email for any questions on how they can help you produce a flawless event. That's ALF live events at alflei.com. That's alflei.com. And now, without further ado, Foos, episode 228, here we go. From Filthy Martini Studios in Ontario, California, it's the Foobar Show! Hey, what is up, everyone? I am Josie.
And Steph.
Thank y'all very much for listening to the Foobar Show. Thanks for hitting subscribe, and remember to rate, review, and tell your friends like a champ. You can always reach us and check out our merch at foobarshow.com. That's FOObarshow.com, and search FOO Bar Show on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. Check us out, drop us a line, and we'll foo it up like a couple of foos. Ain't that right, Foos?
Yeah, see, yeah.
Yeah.
Or Rogato, Mr. Roboto. Foo.
Yeah. We went back to the 1930s with that.
We're in the 1920s, see?
Yeah, see?
Stupid
Same
Steph.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Stupid
Look
Steph.
how high my pants are, see?
Not
They were still
not
high.
the same shit, see? 10 years later, see?
For fuck's sake.
Oh. Okay.
Idiot, see?
Whatever. We didn't live through it.
Yeah, anyway, hey, Foo, welcome back. I hear that you're all done doing the baby shower arrangements. Is that true?
No, absolutely not.
Are you barely even getting started? Because I got a good tongue lashing from your sister last week.
And you know what, Foo? She told me she tongue lashed you, and it was just a miracle, Foo. We both were like, wow, we both have heard that fun fact about musicians. It must be true.
No, you were feeding her. You were feeding her lines.
No, I
you
was
were right
not,
behind
Foo.
her. It
No,
felt
I
like
was
I was talking to you when I was talking to her. It's really just
They are
you.
brother and sister.
Foo, I was not in the same living room when she texted you, okay?
I'm sure you weren't. Talking to her is just like you without a beard. Sometimes.
I mean, depends which day of the week, right? Foo?
Well. I mean, is there like a drum of Nair like outside her bathroom or something?
No. Foo.
There?
Just kidding.
The
Grit.
lotion type, Foo, or the type you scrub off?
I didn't know there was more than one type, dude.
There's more than one type, Foo. I'll tell you right now.
And I gotta say, man, I've realized that the times are changing here at Filthy Martini Studios, dude. You're a completely different person. You know, you gave up cannabis. I gave up sugars and grains, and
Foo, it's
Josh
called
just
can't abyss, Foo.
and Josh just gave
Can't
up.
do it.
Oh, wow. Fuck you. No, I didn't.
Jesus, man.
If I gave up, Foo, I wouldn't be alive. So.
Well, no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's rather ironic considering the Foo was one of the biggest stoners I ever grew up
Foo,
with.
these are lies, Foo. Fake news.
You would spend so much money each week on weed.
I'm actually a little proud of you, Foo.
Show me the
I
proof,
know,
Steph,
Foo.
or shut the dick.
He needs receipts.
I need receipts, Steph. Receipts for your ass.
Shut up. My wife's going to hear this. Shut up.
Is your wife like subscribing now? That's a big mistake.
Oh, she didn't.
Okay, good.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
good.
she did it.
She's only in the other room hearing everything.
We're safe, Foo. No, she's at a tea party, Foo.
All of a sudden.
Can you have tea as a pregnant lady? Is that an okay thing to have?
Non-caffeine.
Yeah, you're supposed to. Wait, what does Steph say? I want to hear what the health expert has to say before I spit books of literature I've been reading over the past few months back at her.
Okay. I'm not
Let's
a health,
hear it, health
It
expert.
doesn't count if it has the label of scholastic, Foo.
Or does it?
The golden book for pregnancy.
Foo, if it's got the penguin, we're good.
Is Miss Frizzle visiting her eggs?
What the fuck?
They're
gotta make
incubating.
sure that you recognize her food.
Yeah.
Isn't she supposed to have like limited or no caffeine? So she has to drink
It's
caffeine
limited
free?
to 1 cup of caffeinated beverage per day.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yes.
So what happens when she's like on her 5th bottle of champagne?
Oh, that baby just pops right out. Just slides right out.
Just like the cork?
Foo, that's called.
It's a real Matlock.
What was the term yesterday?
Yeah.
It's called ripening of the cervix, Foo. Okay,
Oh.
Oh, whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. That just sounds dirty.
it's very
King
dirty.
of the cervix.
Oh, dude, these videos, they're not censored. They're straight up showing us vagina, blood, and guts, Foo.
It's nature.
Yeah? Yeah.
I mean, you
Say
think
this
some
when
of
you
this
enjoy
would
this.
be like regulated or censored? No. Like the lady's like really nice lady, really engaging, and she's like, and now we're gonna watch a quick little video on someone going through an epidural, and then they show the epidural, and then we're just like, they stuck the needle in her back. That's weird. And then boom, they turn the camera, fucking vagina, dude, just hairy, unshaved vagina with a little baby head making its way, dude.
Well, I think it passed the dude test. I mean, I'm sure nine out of 10 dudes aren't getting a hard on after all of this.
I mean,
Was
they're
it
giving
like
a thumbs
this-
up like it's legit video.
Was it like this scene when in Knocked Up when Jay Baruchel barged into the operating room and just sees the head crowning and he's
Yeah.
just like, I shouldn't have gone back there. I shouldn't have gone back there.
Dude, it was exactly like that.
Oh God.
Dude, dude, I'm gonna fuck you guys up right now. They even showed one of the videos on like where they were delivering the baby, and all of a sudden you see the mom's big ass stomach doctor puts her hand on it and it flattens, dude.
Wow.
This is a big ass queef.
And
Air.
interestingly enough,
bagpipes.
dude, interestingly enough, one of the important topics of these videos, or at least by the instructor, was, and I did not think this would be a thing, but it's a thing. They want to make sure you know what you're going to be doing with the placenta. And I was just like, me and Jack are looking at each other like, what?
Yeah,
have
you
to have
could,
a
yeah.
plan?
you could
You
put
have
it
to
in
have a
pill
plan for
form.
this?
Yeah.
Well, apparently,
People eat them.
dude, the lady was like, yeah, some people will like want to like, take it home. So when you're checking off the paperwork, you let them know. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
And then one of the other options was like, oh yeah, you want to donate it. So you're going to have like pretty much like an Amazon person run up and grab the placenta a couple minutes after birth. And I was just like, what the fuck's going on, dude?
Yeah, they're just harvesting placentas is what they do.
Yeah. You can also donate cord blood for stem cell research.
We can keep the cord if we want to, Foos.
For what, though?
And
Fucking belt
Foo, they
out of
did
it?
not say it's approvable for me to bite through the cord to release it, Foo. I
Oh,
have to
come
use the
on. I
scissors.
wanted that
Oh,
fucking
wow.
Coneheads moment.
Have to use the scissors, Foo. Thanks,
Whack.
COVID.
Thanks,
Snippity
COVID.
snap. I don't think you can do that pre-COVID.
I mean, I'm paying them, right?
Well, I think
Your insurance.
I think Scientologists do that, where they'll give birth and then they'll bite through the umbilical cord. You can fact check me later, but I think that's what like Tom Cruise did or something.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Gross.
Tom Cruise delivering babies? That should be a movie too, Foo.
No, it shouldn't.
It should
Just
be
start
like a
jumping
mini
up and
series.
down on
All right, Foos. Well, on tap today, we have a lot of shit to talk about in Geeking Out, some Winter Soldier news, some Mortal Kombat. We got a joint report. We have sports to talk about. Sports are actually making a comeback in the news rather than it just being a golf game.
Foo, after that Japanese man won golf, sports world lit up, Foo.
Yeah, lit up. It was
Thanks, Japan.
it was the catalyst.
Foo, Japan not
fucking-
only specializes in kaiju films, but now, in modern day Foo, they set the bar for sports golf, Foo.
Sports golf.
Sports golf.
Sports news, excuse me. I don't know why it's not golf in there.
No. Well, we're going with the first
We're going
one.
with I like that one better.
Sports golf.
Sports golf.
Sports golf.
Yeah, it's like extreme golf. It's that Happy Gilmore type of golf.
Oh, when you're like hitting it from the cart, dude.
Yeah, hitting from the cart, you're winding up, and it's a hockey stick.
Fuck it, let's do it, dude.
All right, I'm down. Also, we got some music highlights for today, and we'll find out at the end of the show if the Foo has some Foo facts for us today. But you guys, I figure it'll be a hefty podcast because every time I say, hey, this one's going to be an hour and a half, it ends up being one of the longest podcasts we've ever done. So I'm going to shut the fuck up.
You just set us up for fail by saying this might be a hefty one. Foo.
Why?
That way it's
I
shorter.
think he did that on purpose, Foo.
Yeah.
He did that.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
It's called reverse psychology.
Well, everybody stick around. We'll be right back with Geeking Out. Here we go.
Okay, nerds, let's go!
Geeking Out is brought to us by Ripoff Velcro Strips. It's not what it sounds like. All right, Foos, what do you got for us today?
Foos, we had a nerd-packed weekend for faux show, because
For
not only
sure.
did we have the season finale of Falcon and Winter Soldier, but we also had Mortal Kombat.
That's right, man. It was action-packed this weekend, and also we had a new episode of Invincible, which we'll talk about.
Yes, right. That's right. But
What do you
first,
guys want to
let's
start with?
Let's start with the Falcon and Winter Soldier first
Yes.
off, Foo. Because not only did we finally see the Captain Falcon suit, which in all of its glory was amazing, I will give it that.
And it was very true to the comic book, too.
Foo,
It was very
did you-
white.
100% accurate. It was
Did you
great.
catch that guy in the background right after Sam fought? Hey, it's Captain Falcon.
Yes!
Did you catch
yeah.
that?
Yes.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I
god,
did.
dude.
Yeah, they called him that twice
Yep.
in that same sequence, which was great.
I was like, this movie's fantastic, dude.
Yeah, Foo. I mean, so it starts off
Serious.
the episode starts off with them with the Flag Smashers finally going after the GRC and trying to make their move and like huddle them into like these cars, and then at the same time, boom, that's when Sam comes in with his shield and such and goes after Batroc. And then there's that one, I think, senator or councilman where he's just like, "Who are you?" He's like, "I'm Captain America." And then I don't know if you guys caught this. He immediately said, "But isn't he on the moon?"
So
Like,
what
I
is
thought
that
he
a
retired
reference
to the
to?
moon.
Yeah, I
That is
noticed that.
What?
That is a direct reference to in the comics. Steve Rogers, after he gave the mantle of Captain America to Falcon, he retired to the moon. Like he lives on a moon base.
He
and
lives
just
on the
observes-
moon?
Yeah, he lives on the moon base on the far side of the moon, and he just observes everyone.
He's a big Elon Musk supporter, Foo.
Yeah. so that's what that is a reference to, is that okay, Steve is on the moon. He's just chilling there
Mm-hmm.
and just monitoring everyone.
But it's funny
So-
that they didn't, like, we don't know that backstory if we don't know about the comic books. Why even bring it up
No.
like that? It's an Easter egg
Well-
of massive proportions.
It's an Easter egg of massive proportions, but that's because after this, and we'll get into it a little more after, but they did confirm their plans going forward with Captain America and this series, so that'll come in later. But as we continue on the episode, we finally see Captain America, John Walker, with his fucking chamois shield that he used his I mean,
It was a trash
wimpy
can
little
lid.
shield. It was a trash can lid for sure, and he just had little medals on there to kind of give him little pick-me-ups and reminders.
And, you know,
But,
I got to give the Foo props. The Foo actually called it with him turning into U.S. agent earlier in the season.
Yeah, good job, Foo. Good job. Nice work.
Golf clap.
Golf clap.
Yeah, and then then we see him and Bucky fighting with the Flag Smashers, and the one redeemable moment.
I'm
is when
sorry,
he lets-
Josh. I'm sorry. You said flag smashers, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
he did.
I didn't hear
God
the L.
damn
Just
it.
pay
Wow.
attention.
Wow.
I mean, check the tape. Is all I'm saying.
I will, Foo.
I'm sorry to
Flag
interrupt, but I
Smashers.
just needed to make sure.
I mean, Foo, it's an unfortunate name, Foo. It's quite an unfortunate name, and Marvel did not think it very, very
Just
thoroughly.
pronounce the L's, please.
I did, Foo. I did.
Okay, go
If you don't pronounce the L's, please pronounce them as R's. Thank you.
So see, now
Don't
I'm not
do
even gonna
that.
do that because that
Don't
just sounds
do
very
that.
insensitive. Foo.
Smells like no. It sounds like you're smashing a frag grenade.
Okay.
So
I like woke
the-
foo better than non-woke foo for all the wrong reasons.
No, he thinks he can say it because his wife's Asian.
All right.
So the Flag Smashers' plan was to use the GRC Council as a diversion by separating them into two vehicles and locking them up, and then planning on eventually killing them. And then one of the cars was about to go over the edge, and John Walker had the choice of either going after Carly, or saving the people.
Mhm.
And he saved the people. Magically.
Which
He
is
saved the people. He made a
last
good
night I was
choice.
watching the first Captain America, the first Avenger, and that is actually a little callback because I made the connection of when Captain America almost dropped everything to save the little kid in the water instead
little
of
kid
chasing
told
for
him,
the
"I can
guy.
swim."
Yeah, he's like, I can swim. You're good. And he's like, okay.
That was one of my favorites.
Foo, I got inclined to watch that after the series finale too. Look at us.
Oh, look at that serendipity,
A
foo.
lot of parallels, Foo, to the first Avenger movie,
Mhm.
even Isaiah's mission.
Yes.
But yeah, Foo, and then finally we see the power broker, Sharon Carter, finally reveals herself as the power broker and faces Batroc and Carly at the same time, which eventually she's the one that kills Carly, right? I can't remember.
She shoots
She-
her.
Carly shot her first.
Yeah.
And
Then
she
Sam
shot-
comes to fight, and then Carly's about to shoot Sam, but then Sharon shoots
Yeah.
Carly.
That's right. That's right. So then after that, the bulls are all tied up. Flag Smashers are done with. Zemo blows up one of the cars that the Flag Smashers are in.
Mhm.
And then,
Remotely too, very Joker-esque.
Remotely. I mean, dude, Zemo is a great villain.
Yeah.
even
Dude,
in the
I-
comics,
Used
so-
his butler.
For like half an hour, I was just like, what the fuck? They didn't explain who blew it up. And then I was like, oh yeah, Zemo's Alfred blew him up. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
he's the villainous Batman, Foo.
Nice.
That's exactly who Zemo is. He's the villainous Batman.
Yeah.
And that was cool. But then I feel like for me they rushed everything else after that. They just wanted a conclusion. I mean, they accepted that Sam was the new Captain America super quick and easy. After saving everyone.
Well, and then he had a monologue.
Then he had a whole
Oh.
monologue.
Yeah, that was.
And then they
Interesting.
automatically decide to give Isaiah Bradley his life back and give him a nice
In the
little
museum.
statue. Which
too rushed.
it was, and then at the end, John Walker shows his U.S. agent suit, which I thought was great. I thought that was great too. Bucky talking to that one guy's dad that he killed. I mean, look, this episode, I feel like there was a lot of payoff. However, I feel like it was rushed payoff for me. So I'll start off with my rating because you guys already gave me yours during our chat, but I give this episode 5 out of 10.
Oh shit.
Oh, it's even lower
And-
now.
And the reason why I give it so low is because of the rush. The rush job, it felt like they tried to conclude everything. Like, okay, all of a sudden now we're supposed to like John Walker because he finally made the right choice after fucking killing a guy publicly.
You know what, man?
And then Bucky's cool with him now too.
And then Bucky's cool with them. Sam's cool with them.
That kind of contradicts Sam and Bucky's attitude shown in episode 1 and 2, or
Exactly.
episode 2 specifically. And it's like, you guys could have avoided this if you just teamed up with them in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And-
yeah, it was pretty stupid.
I felt like compared
story
to other episodes that this story writing was a little lazy. Like there wasn't a lot of progression to their story. I think it was just okay. Hey, look, this is it now. maybe that's a factor in the fact that yes, they announced that they are working on Captain America 4. That could be the main factor in this rushed finale. But yeah, no, I stick with it. 5 out of 10. It wasn't great compared to others, but it was good. I mean, I still think it was good. It
How
could have
about
been
the
better.
series overall?
Series overall, I give it a 9 out of 10. Even though it stumbled in the finale, I think overall the series is a solid series through and through. I just think that they stumbled at the end, similar to, I don't want to, put it this way, but similar to GOT, where they kind of just wanted it to end, or just needed it to end and let everyone have some type of conclusion.
I couldn't have been so happy. Like I couldn't have been as happy as I was in any other point in time when I saw that finale and the looks in everybody's faces. Oh, that made me so happy. But anyway.
So mean.
Fuck you.
What's your Foo? So then, what's your
Give your
next?
rating, you
Oh,
dick.
here we go. Okay. The rating for this episode, I give it a 6.
good as WandaVision.
What the fuck?
Dude, you said it, not me.
Okay,
I didn't know that's
Shut
not
up,
what I
let him
sound
finish.
like. All right. First of all.
Sound like the Swedish chef.
Dork. No, Foo. I gave it a 6 out of 10. A lot for the same reasons that Josh just gave it. I think that it did rush itself way too much. Bucky and Sam were cool with John Walker way too easy at the end. I mean, the guy you wanted to kill him. You straight up wanted to kill him, and he killed another person. So you could do it again. And so that happened, and the monologue it was cool, but it was a bit long, a bit preachy too. I don't know.
He should have been on a pedestal, Foo, when he said it. I mean,
Dude, they should have saved that moment for like a court briefing or the briefing with the council or something.
yeah, it should
Yeah.
have been out in the public, on where cameras around. I mean, it was a little cheesy, but
Yeah, and so everything seemed a little rushed. Now overall, I gave it the 9 out of 10. I gave it the A minus. It's and I think if I'm not mistaken, wasn't that the same thing that I gave WandaVision?
I believe so.
Yeah,
Foo.
you psychopath.
So, WandaVision, I liked the middle of it the most. I liked the beginning of Falcon and Winter Soldier the most. So it all kind of evens itself out at the end. They were both very impressive, very well put together series. Of course, if we're gonna be critiquing it to no end, we're gonna find faults wherever we look. But
Yeah,
I
mean,
was
it's-
at the end of the day. What was I entertained? Fuck yes, I was. I was entertained. So I gave it a 9 out of 10.
Nice.
Who wants to go next here? Foo, Steph.
I'll go. Because we'll see what the Foo has to shit talk about last. I gave this episode a 7 out of 10, but for the whole series, I gave it like a 9 out of 10. Like, I agree with some of the points about John Walker. All of a sudden they're buddies now. And all of a sudden John Walker has a conscience. Like, oh, he's going to actually save these kids instead of going after Carly. Or not after the kids, after the van full of senators. Like, he'll put everything down and try to save them rather than going after Carly, which he didn't show in the previous episodes. I thought the monologue was fine, especially after coming off of like that heated fight and like the senator's standing right in front of him. It's like, what is he gonna do? He's just like, let him go? It's like, no. Like, the monologue was fine, and I thought it was appropriate. I didn't like the way they gave Isaiah just like a statue and a couple paragraphs after throwing him in jail for 30 years.
You want a press release? You want something bigger?
Like, they didn't even...
I mean, the guy deserves that much.
No.
But he did it. But
He-
he didn't want publicity.
He wanted...
Remember?
Like, I get he wanted to stay dead, but, like, they honored him in such a little way. Like, they didn't even offer him, like, a formal apology or any compensation to his family or anything like that. They just gave him, like, a statue that he would have never seen.
If he wasn't taken there.
Yeah, if he wasn't taken there.
Yeah.
Like nobody even bothered to tell his family. Except
Sam
for
wanted to.
Sam. Yeah.
It's a surprise, you guys. Can't spoil a surprise. You ever been to a surprise birthday party?
Like, I get it, but for all his hard work, like, that's it. that's all he gets. Like like him and his family deserve more than that. That's what I feel.
Well,
but
I
I get
think-
it. Like he wants to stay dead too. So like,
Yeah.
it's like a balance. But that's why I gave the episode like 7 out of 10. But like I was entertained with all the action throughout the entire series. Zemo dancing was probably one of the highlights.
Of course, you
Course.
would have.
Yeah.
Fucking monster expressions make Godzilla a great movie. Fuck out of here, Steph.
It's the little things.
Apparently.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, you done over there?
Yes.
God
Sounds
damn
like
it.
it. Yeah.
What did you give the series overall? 9 out of 10?
9 out of 10.
So we're all in agreement that it's a 9 out of 10 series. So
Yeah.
All right, let's listen to the food knock this down.
I thought the last episode was a 7 out of 10. There's not much they could have improved on except probably I get it. They ran out of time to show John's struggle,
Yeah.
which is why it felt forced. I thought it was ridiculous that Sam spent the whole first fight sequence fighting just one guy and then chasing the helicopter. Like, yeah, I felt that was kind of a waste in a way. He spent such a long time chasing the helicopter.
I mean,
Like,
Phil,
a
have you
long
ever
time.
chased a helicopter? It doesn't just happen.
It's hard work, man.
I mean, Fu, he caught the shield in midair while flying. It's very impressive.
We saw the training montage, dude, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was not unexpected. I think
This validates it, though.
I think the part which is a little weird for me, and again might be a setup for Captain America 4, is that Sharon straight up tried to like save Carly and be like, dude, just come back to Madripoor and let's like figure it out again.
Oh, yeah, we all forgot about
Yeah.
it.
So she tried to kill Sam pretty much one way or another. She tried to kill Sam.
She wanted to make sure somebody died, I think.
I don't get her motive.
Yeah,
Like that-
so that's
A
the
warlord.
that's the unknown part. I did see a very interesting theory though, which
What is that?
I know Steph will probably wet herself when she hears.
Do it.
That she's probably a Skrull in disguise.
Oh, and it's not really
Oh.
her?
Yeah, it's not really Sharon, which is
Oh.
why it's like such an odd turn of character. But again, they didn't set any of that up yet, as far as we know. So I'm going with what we know. It's Sharon's character's oddly motivated. I don't know if she's pissed off at the government that much.
She should be
seems
pissed
weird,
off
so
at
it's
Steve
not
more
far
than anything.
fetched that it could be a Skrull, but we don't have any of that info yet.
Well, what color was their blood when she got stabbed? Was it red or green?
I think it was still red.
They didn't show
Red.
it.
They didn't show it.
They didn't
Well, she
show
was
it.
Yeah,
wearing
they didn't show it. That's why I'm like, huh. This okay. They're
Oh.
playing it they're playing it really smart.
I mean, that is Marvel's motive, though, or motif, is to play the long game in a lot of their shit. So
Yeah.
Wars.
So
possible.
I think the episode was pretty good for what it could have been. I'm not too pissed about the Isaiah Bradley stuff, except that it was in the back of the museum. Get it, Foos?
Yeah.
that was so fucked.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the guy couldn't have it like right before Steve's exhibit. I mean, technically,
Or
you
they
know,
couldn't have it like right after his like, disappearance in the ice part. Like that would have been good fit in, but
Chrono-
sure, man.
chronologically at least.
Make it exhibit 1B.
Yeah.
That I get it, but I guess it's more complicated, and I think it would be wise to not get rid of Isaiah yet, because there's still a struggle if Marvel wants to go through that storyline. So the series for me also gets a 9 out of 10. Very enjoyable, kind of rushed at the end, but overall really good. Sets up the universe pretty interesting, because who was Sharon talking to? Was she talking to Elaine, or was she talking to someone else?
Elaine.
Yeah.
Is it Madame Hydra?
Val,
Yeah.
but you can't call her that.
Yeah. Why
and,
not?
and by the way, that was a terrible cameo. I didn't like that cameo one bit.
You don't like her
Really?
as Madame Hydra? We haven't seen what she could do, I guess, is my thing with it.
I get that's
I mean,
true,
Food,
but
she has range as an actress.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm falling into the whole Woody Harrelson thing with her now,
yes.
where I know it's just Elaine now, and I'm just like, fuck out of here, dude. Can't take you serious.
Yeah, while Woody Harrelson is a great actor and has range himself, when you're looking at him on the screen, he's not
You're
the
like,
character.
I know this is a fake character.
You're like, dude, that's totally Woody right there.
It's
Like, what the
only
fuck?
him.
So only for that reason, I'm just like, man, they use this. They use her cameo weird.
Yeah, I get that.
Other than that,
I get it. Yeah. I mean,
It was
But overall, I mean, that's
yeah.
cool. They introduced that character though. Like, yeah, that sets up a lot of shit.
and I like her for the role of that character too, because she's a very, how do I put this without sounding feminist?
Very strong, independent woman.
She is a very strong, independent woman, but she has that side to her where she could fucking turn it on. I mean, if you've seen Seinfeld and when she's angry, she could be very scary. Very
But
scary
everyone's
woman,
angry
dude.
in that show.
Oh,
All of the time.
Not Elaine though. You don't fuck with Elaine.
Oh
man.
no! Don't mess with Elaine.
Don't take her sponges, dude.
Don't take her sponge.
Don't ever ask her for a birthday card either.
Noted, Foos. Noted.
What a birthday card! Here's your goddamn
Well,
birthday card.
that gives my wrap up.
All right. Well, I think we're all in agreement then. It was a good series. Now,
9 out of 10, fool.
yeah, I think across the board.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how does that compare with WandaVision? I don't think it scored as high with all of us together.
It scored
Yeah, it does.
higher. Yeah, because me and the Foo scored WandaVision low. We didn't score a WandaVision that high. I scored at 85, I think.
That's
I
what I
gave it
meant.
an 82.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's solid.
That's B
So-
minus.
Overcoming the B minus stage, Foo.
C Foo. So this series is a solid A minus. WandaVision was a B plus
Would you
or B.
Would you
or B.
consider?
Yeah, B. But B's good.
Would you consider these two shows in different genres? Like,
Very much so.
like
I think it was diff. So
like,
I think
no, shut up. If
Oh.
like the Sam and Bucky show, I would classify as like
Sam and
okay,
Bucky
action
show.
adventure, and then WandaVision more like the drama, like a
Fantasy
like a-
drama, sci-fi.
yeah,
thing?
yeah, fantasy sci-fi. Even though there's sci-fi elements in both, like
I
looking
would
at
think-
it, these are two different genres for me.
I would not argue that. I would both say they kind of reinvented an origin story for both of them, so they're very similar.
Well, yeah, but
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
as far as the genre is concerned, I would say, yeah, then Sam and Bucky, the Sam and Bucky show, would definitely classify as an action adventure, and then the other's sci-fi drama for sure. Though the other did have more comedic aspects to it. I would say it's kind of like borderline there, with WandaVision.
That's just what
I
Marvel
think-
does. They like that.
Yeah, but well, also
Comic
too
humor.
lending to the actual theme of sitcoms. I mean, it's obviously
Ah.
gonna be a little bit more funnier that way. But yeah, I mean, either way, it's not bad because that's Marvel's motif with any of their characters. They like to make them a certain way. Like Doctor Strange is technically supposed to be a horror franchise.
nice.
Even like the second movie, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, I've been hearing a lot of that it's going to be a very much a horror movie, especially with Sam Raimi as the director.
Can't wait.
So they're saying it's already pretty fucked up. Like Elizabeth Olsen said, this is really an effed up movie. So if you guys think it's going to be like any other horror movie, it will. Like Sam Raimi really took the reins on it.
If
And-
there's no loss of limbs or body parts, then fail.
well, we don't know the
think
rating
it's-
either. Yeah, for that movie.
Yeah.
That's yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, foo. Yeah. I mean, that hasn't stopped from loss of limbs in Marvel.
That's true.
Right?
With the PG-13. I mean, people
you-
still lose limbs and heads, so
Yeah.
it's
true.
not out of the realm.
Bucky and Thanos and
That's true. I guess I was
Thanos-
going for the gore
Thanos
factor.
twice.
Thanos.
Oh,
twice.
well, blood, I think that's different though, Foo, because you can have psychological horror without any blood and gore, which is what I think is we're going to witness with that.
And if
It's
you
gonna be
remember the
more-
first Doctor Strange, how trippy was it just visually too?
Oh, it was
Right.
very stunning. It really caught your eye when you watched it. So
Right.
I can only imagine how the second one's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then Foo, I can't wait to see what these movies come. I mean, they got Emilia Clarke, the Mother of Dragons. She's going to be in Secret Invasion. We don't know what her role is yet, but again, that's going to be so awesome. I think what Marvel's building with Phase 4, I like it better because now they're really focusing on incorporating the series a lot more than movies. Like I think we're going to have more series than movies in this next phase.
Well, they're
sure.
they're able to let everything breathe that way instead
Mm-hmm.
of having to rush it in an hour and a half to 2 hours.
They also They also cast the actress who's playing the Queen from The Crown, right?
Oh yeah, and
I
what?
think so. Yeah. I
And
don't know what-
Secret Invasion.
Okay.
Yeah. I think so. The current one, right?
Yeah.
The current queen.
The one.
The older
season
one?
4. Not Claire 4. Yeah. The older one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So more great things to come from Marvel. We got the Loki series, but that's in 6 weeks, so we gotta wait for that one.
Are we getting Black Widow anytime soon?
That's coming up.
Or is that
in
still
May.
pushed back?
In May.
Yeah,
It's
so-
coming up in May, so we'll
We'll
finally
see.
get that.
Yeah, I don't think they're
Disney
moving it
Plus.
this time. Yeah. I think it's in May.
Just release it. God damn it.
Yeah, Foos.
Well, they're gonna release it just like Mulan and stuff, where you have to pay like $30, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Right.
30
right.
bucks?
We'll sure pay $30,
wink, wink.
guys.
FCC, if you're listening.
Well, you already have our money, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, actually, it's July 9th.
Ah,
Foos,
my
not
God
July.
damn
Son
it.
of a bitch.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I'm glad I checked. So that way we weren't waiting in May.
So that's gonna come out around the same time that the what do you call it? The Loki series comes out.
Yep.
I wonder if they're connected in some way. I mean, they have to be, right?
No.
No, this was supposed to come out last year.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're
Yeah.
right.
I don't think it's connected. Oh,
Nice,
damn.
Foos.
Apparently, obviously they blew it online, but Robert Downey Jr.'s in this movie.
Hey, well, it's a prequel, so
It is, yeah. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
that
It
makes
would-
sense. Yeah.
You guys see that billboard in LA
Yeah,
that said bring back Robert Downey?
Tony Stark. Bring
Yeah, bring back Tony Stark, I mean.
Stark back to life.
No. We've not been to LA Foo.
No, obviously you guys haven't watched the news either, but it's
I-
it was on the
speak for
news.
yourself,
the,
Steph.
the billboard.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I didn't say I haven't.
Steph.
We haven't seen it. I just said we haven't been to LA.
Anyway.
Listen.
There's
God
a
damn it.
You just alluded to not seeing it because
Food,
you
can
haven't
you
been
ma-
to LA. God damn.
Let's
you mute your
distract the
mic?
fact even further.
God damn it.
Any-
Can we move on to
anyways,
the
Food.
next?
Mortal Kombat.
Well, hold on. No.
We're
I
not
want to get your
done.
thoughts on that.
Oh.
Food. Do you think that they should bring back Tony Stark back to life?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I say yes, 3,000.
No.
Shut up. Shut up.
No, I think they should. And, the way to do it is with the multiverse. I think.
I mean, look, they're
Time
gonna bring
Stone, too.
they're gonna bring Steve Rogers back. So fuck it.
As
Just
an
bring-
old guy, though, you don't think? Yeah, would it be
Yeah.
old Steve?
Yeah, I think-
Foos,
'cause that's
looks
what
like
happens
someone
in the
hasn't read the
comics.
Captain America comics over there.
I haven't. You're absolutely right, Fu. That's a good assumption that you just made.
I don't think we should bring back Tony Stark because we had such a beautiful farewell to the character.
Honestly, I don't even think he's interested in coming back. Foos.
Yeah.
He said he was done.
Cameo, like
And-
Fuck you,
prequel.
recast him.
No, dude,
Fine.
you can't recast that role.
No, you can't.
Well, you know what?
can't.
Okay, fine. Let me pose you this then.
Would you
Foos.
really recast that?
It'd
Okay,
be
let me
very
pose the-
difficult.
Josh, me and you have talked about this. Let me pose this to the Foos because this is going to give me a baseline on their recasting favoritisms. Would you guys be in favor of recasting Black Panther?
There is a big push for it right now. I don't mind.
I don't think it should be the exact same character, but somebody else picking up the role of Black Panther
I
would
see
be
that.
okay.
Okay, so
Like if his
no.
sister
So
were
that's
to
a
do
no.
it.
So that's a no from
So
Seth.
so it's a
Yeah.
no. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Very long no, Steph.
Hey man, if
You're
they-
welcome.
And I know that Marvel since the beginning they've been really like trying not to have to recast somebody. I think the only one that we saw that was of any significance was the Terrence Howard recast, and they brought it up, in the first few
Foo
seconds.
and Bruce Banner. Foo.
Oh, and Bruce Banner, yeah. So it's not new to Marvel, but then again, the whole Bruce Banner thing that was before the MCU was the MCU as we know it today.
We had three.
So I think
Bruce
they didn't
Banners.
think they probably weren't taking it as seriously as maybe they were later on in the whole run of the MCU.
What do you mean, Foo? Robert Downey Jr. made a cameo at the end of the Hulk. Of course, they were taking it serious, Foo.
I get that,
Oh,
man.
that's right.
I get that. But I don't think that what was that now? What 11, 12 years ago, maybe more, that it was that they were thinking it would grow to what it is today, They were trying to
What
keep
the-
some continuity.
I think that's wrong, but okay, Foo.
Yeah. Anyway, Foos, I
Oh.
think that because they've been comfortable in doing it in the past, that it wouldn't be an issue for them to do it in the future.
I think they should do it if they really like want to respect the character. Like, just don't kill him off screen, or don't kill him while he's just in the suit, and then like show a crazy on screen death or something. Just recast him, and then if it doesn't work out, just make Shuri or fucking M'Baku the fucking Black Panther or something.
Yeah, Foo. Yeah. Well, I don't know, but anyway,
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat, Foo. So, how many times did you watch it?
Once.
Oh, okay.
I watched.
Oh,
it
do you mean
twice.
the originals or also the new one?
No, the new one.
No, we're just only talking about the new one, Foo.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. I mean, because the new one's pretty much just like one of the originals.
Yeah, I felt like it was just updated.
Yeah, it felt like the
Graphics.
original. It felt like it was like playing true to the OG.
Yeah.
But just more HD effects and CGIs and whatnot. Foo.
Yeah,
And
you
then
were
they
saying you were saying in our group chat that you thought it was the same kind of humor or cheesiness.
Well, they had ridiculous. Okay, I think the movie is as good as it could be. Okay, it's not a cinematic masterpiece.
Right.
This thing ain't winning fucking Emmys or anything in the future.
It's no James Bond. or
I mean,
anything.
it's as good as a Mortal Kombat movie could be. It's got a lot of action, which would be foolish to not have a lot of action.
Well, they were foolish back in the '90s, Foo.
Yeah, I mean, it's you got to have that lens on, like
That hard
okay,
R too.
This is a ridiculous universe where there are 9 realms. So you got to kind of go with the flow. And I thought there was just a bunch of weird, convenient moments, and of course there has to be for the movie to make sense. So
Yeah.
it's cheesy in that way,
Yeah.
And, the big letdown, of course, is there's no Scorpion going forward.
Or is there? I mean, he's. It's not like he's not dead. He's undead now, based on how this movie ended.
Right. I think he comes around whenever he's needed. Right? Is that what happens? Like he'll reappear in a tournament.
I mean, it was oddly convenient that he came out when he did. That dude was about to die.
Well, he drew the blood with the
when the blood touched the
with his
blade
dagger.
of his old blade. That's when he was summoned, and he's not gone, Foo. He's coming back.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that.
He wasn't dead. At least we weren't
there's
made to
a
think
sequel.
that he was. At least that's-
Yeah, he's not dead, Foo. He doesn't die. He literally is a
Undead.
vengeful spirit.
Yeah.
That's all he
But
is.
he said he set him free.
From the pits of hell.
Yeah.
No, he said he set his soul free.
I don't know, man. I don't
He
know.
probably went home. Jesus.
He went back to 1601 Japan.
Whenever. Yeah.
It's a mall now.
Shut up. Okay, Foos. What did you like about the movie?
I think that my rating is going to be a lot similar to what your guys is. But the only thing that I didn't like was the fact that they didn't actually have a freaking tournament in this movie.
It was like a prequel movie in a way.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah,
It's like everybody was introduced kind of lazily, which is fine. I don't care. We already know who these people are. That's why we're watching the movie. I like that they didn't spend a whole lot of time explaining who's who. They just referenced who they were in conversation, and that was good enough, for me, just because, like I said, we grew up with this kind of game. I agree with the Foo in saying that it didn't, you didn't have to get all, Oscar level cinematic kind of masterpiece with it, because it's Mortal Kombat. The bar is set a little low, or lower than most other movies, like we would set, for example, Captain America 4 at a very high level, especially considering the predecessors that it had. Mortal Kombat, we had the couple, or was it 3? Was it up to 3, the ones that we had over 20 years ago?
That's just 1 and 2, I think.
Just 1 and 2?
Yeah.
Okay. So it was, I agree with the food too. The cheesy parts were as cheesy, but I don't think it killed it for me. And if anything, the games could be cheesy too. They set that kind of tone, especially when one of the creators would pop out randomly and go woohoo. and so, like, you know what you're getting with it. I think people who are looking for a good time during a Mortal Kombat movie is blood, guts, gore, all that good stuff. That's why we're watching the movie. And now, if I'm gonna give it a rating, just like I gave all the other movies, kind of like the Snyder Cut and things like that. If we're gonna just set it like that, I'm gonna give it a 6.5. That doesn't say it doesn't mean it's a bad movie. I mean, C's get degrees after all, right? Or D's get degrees. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but I don't think it was a bad movie. I enjoyed myself. It was a popcorn flick. I don't think that anybody is going to have that much of a negative opinion towards it, but that's just me. So I don't know who wants to go next.
I'll go, I guess. Everybody's all quiet over there. Foo's just nodding.
Well, Fu already gave his 2 cents.
Yeah, like they didn't have a tournament, but they kind of explained like this was pre-tournament type of thing, and Shao Kahn kind of wanted to kill Earthrealm, Raiden's followers and everything like that.
His team
Prior to the tournament. And he's just like, well, we
Shanks
haven't
like
won 9 tournaments in a row by following the rules. And they actually explain it that there's no rule against them fighting pre-tournament. So they just go out there.
Pre-tournament conflict.
Yeah, they try to, bully beat down everybody. And it's just a good action movie. I really like the fact that they brought in Scorpion's origin and how they followed it from the animated lore. And it's pretty nice how they followed
it's
it
the
along.
same origin from the games.
Yeah.
It's the same one.
Yeah. It's pretty solid. I'd give it I don't know. I'd give it like a 7.5 out of 10. Solid.
Nice.
Before
Thank you,
anybody else
Josh.
goes first or next,
Oh.
I wanted to just ask quickly, in the games, do they make reference of you having those special abilities because you have that mark on you? Or is this a
Arcana?
first?
No, it's Arcana. It's in the games. It is game relevant.
Yeah.
Like it's what gives them those abilities. Like they just don't have fucking magic abilities out of nowhere. They explain that not necessarily the mark, but they explain that the magic within people is called Arcana, and that's why Liu Kang can use fire. That's why Johnny Cage, I think he has something special. I can't remember what his moves are off the top of my head. I never personally I never liked playing with him.
Nobody
You
liked
know,
playing
he's
with
whack.
Johnny Cage.
He was kind of whack.
Yeah.
It was mostly
but
martial
that-
arts with him. Like all his moves were martial
Yeah,
arts.
but it was like flashy. Like,
yeah.
his moves were all
It was
like
fast.
flashy
I
martial
think it
arts.
might have just been
Yeah.
agility with him.
Yeah, yeah, that was his big thing, agility. And then his stupid splits punch.
Yeah.
That he does on everyone. But no, yeah, they do allude to Arcana in the games.
Mm-hmm.
Fu, what was your rating? I don't believe I heard it. Fu,
Fu me or Fuze?
Fu, you.
Fu.
No, Fu you is Josh.
God damn.
Oh,
Fu me is me. Just kidding. All right. I think Mortal Kombat, you can't get much better than this given the circumstances regarding the fucking game. Not saying that you can't make it into a cinematic masterpiece. It's a tall order. There's a lot of dumb things about it. Some of the editing was not good. I thought Cole's character was stupid.
Unnecessary almost.
Yeah. And it doesn't bode well for the future of his character and of course this, it depends, right, if they have a sequel or not. But given all that said, I give it a 75 out of 100. It's a good movie, not a great movie. Didn't fall asleep, wasn't on the edge of my seat. A lot of cool scenes, a lot of dumb scenes. Making it work is tough, but if you're looking for this because you want to watch a random movie and you're a cinephile, you're gonna just find it interesting. But if you like action or if you like Mortal Kombat, then yeah, it's a movie for you.
The Foo was more optimistic than I.
Huh.
I find that weird.
That his words were optimistic, but his tone was not. So quite confusing, really.
Yeah.
So did you like it?
Well, I'll explain it more after Josh goes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go here. So, I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was a good movie. From the action, the storyline, it very much lined up with the original game, though they added the extra factor of Cole Young, which I don't think was 100% necessary, but I didn't hate it. Not as much as the Foo hated it. I somewhat enjoyed it because, hey, that at least tied Scorpion to this, to the specific point in time, to this timeline, and the fact that Sub-Zero was going straight after him because he was the last blood of the Hasashi, which, okay, cool. Like, I like that.
That was a
touch
cool B plot.
because that was a good B plot because it still tied into that main scene in the beginning. That first 7 minutes of the movie were fantastic. The fight with Scorpion and Bihan, Joe Taslim as Sub-Zero, great casting on that. Great casting as well for Scorpion. Yes, I do agree that there were a lot of cheesy moments, but with this kind of movie, cheesy kind of comes with the territory. You gotta expect there to be some cheese.
At a certain point, it just became the Kano show too.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he stole the movie.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
Josh
did.
Lawson as Kano was great. I mean, but I think he was a little bit, him being so bombastic compared to the other actors definitely took away from their performances. The one performance that I just could not, just rubbed me the wrong way was Ludi Lin's Liu Kang.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like he felt too pompous to me. Maybe that's how he wanted his character to be, before Kung Lao's death, which in the game, Kung Lao's death really does play a huge role in Liu Kang's motivations, going forward. So, hey, maybe if they do the sequel, he'll act a little better. Cool. I'll
he's a
live with
very,
that.
very serious, dramatic actor. Okay.
Ludi Lin.
Yeah.
Is he really? I mean, I only know him in the Power Rangers movie, and he was bleh in that. So, I mean, I don't know what else he's been in personally.
No, I have no idea.
Yeah. So. But the actions, the fight scenes, the characters that they brought in, Nakira, Cabal. I thought Cabal's fight.
Cabal
with
was
Liu
dope.
Kang-
I really
yeah.
like the way his outfit, the movements, the CGI behind everything. I
was great.
There's nothing to hate about Cabal. The comments he would make under his breath.
No, I think that the characters that they chose for this, and this is a prequel. This movie is a prequel because obviously we're not even at the tournament yet. And I think that's what they were banking on. They were banking on making it a prequel because you can't have the first Mortal Kombat tournament without having Johnny Cage. And because he is one of the main fighters in that first tournament. Johnny Cage, Jax,
first generation.
Liu Kang. Yeah. Exactly.
Sonya.
So I think they always kind of intended this episode to just be more of a Scorpion and Sub-Zero origin.
Get
which
that out
is
of the
essentially
way.
what it became. Yeah.
Which I think they took a dope direction on because traditionally, Scorpion's the one fucking shit up.
Yeah, he's technically the champion. He's the one that's won the tournament for them nine times in a row. Him and Prince Goro, they're like the two back-to-back champions for Outer World. So I like that he was the main villain in this. Again, there were a lot of cheesy parts in it. The family I didn't think was necessarily important. Like the daughter, do the uppercut, Dad. So shut up. He didn't listen to you the first time. What are you doing now? Little things like that. I mean, come on, dude. Why have her in your corner in the first place if you're not even gonna fucking?
Because he's only getting paid $200 for a match, man.
Yeah, with 1 hour notice. Come on, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, still the actors were great. A couple of them overacted. I wasn't 100% too fond with Sonya Blade, but she was okay at the end. when
This
she got her
Sonya
powers.
Blade to me had the same acting abilities as the original two Sonya Blades from before. So that plateaued for me. I didn't hate it. I didn't like
Yeah.
it. She was just a character to move the story
It
along.
wasn't a
It was
standout
fine.
performance.
Yeah.
This-
Not at all.
She was Sonya Blade. That's what it
And
was.
Kung Lao was pretty much a dick. Like,
Yeah?
Kung
Lao
Lao.
is a cocky son of a bitch, man.
My favorite Mortal Kombat character of all time is Kung Lao.
Yeah, I mean, he's an OP character in Mortal Kombat to begin
Mm-hmm.
with that stupid hat teleportation and being able to throw that around.
Yeah.
But I like that they stuck with the source material and had Shang Tsung steal his soul,
Ah,
which
I
is what
know.
happens in the game.
Gets me
Is
every
that Kung
time.
Lao gets too cocky, goes after him, and then kills him,
Yeah.
and that's what causes Liu Kang to single out Shang Tsung in the tournament. So overall, I give it a 7 out of 10.
All right.
It could have been better, there, but I think compared to the last one, the very first one, it was better than the first one because they actually had the blood and gore, and far better than Armageddon.
Oh,
I mean, or Annihilation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat Annihilation was just shite. Like, I rewatched it a couple of weeks ago, preparing for this movie, so I can have a good idea of what's good.
You don't like Christopher Walken?
It wasn't Christopher Walken, man. It was the guy from what the hell is his name?
The entire cast was almost virtually different. And they didn't they kill
Yeah.
Johnny Cash like from the get-go?
Johnny Cash.
Johnny
Con-
Cage.
John
Yeah, they
Cage,
killed-
I'm sorry.
They killed him right away. Like in
Ring
the
of
first
Fire.
scene. The first scene, he doesn't even have lines, dude. He just literally jumps up, tries to kick, dead.
I saw this.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it was somewhere like around 20 to 30 minute clip on YouTube, like an explanation of what went wrong with the Mortal Kombat 2.
Second one.
Yeah, and it goes
Casting.
into like all the casting disputes and the reason why people didn't want to come back, and it looks like it was a pretty chaotic production to begin with, and they still wanted to market it like, nothing had changed, and then people in the theater must have just been like, this isn't it. This isn't the first movie like at all. If you even like the first movie. So,
You know what?
Yeah, it was bad.
I've been reading reviews that prior to this new Mortal Kombat coming out, those last two Mortal Kombat movies were supposedly the best adaptations for a video game into film.
Yeah, there have not been many.
Obviously,
many
you
movies
haven't
that
seen
have-
Assassin's Creed, Steph.
I mean, Assassin's Creed was 65 at best, though.
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
Because it was a good movie, the Assassin's Creed movie, but I feel like this one was better because it still stuck to the source material, and it did a decent job of telling it. Granted, it wasn't a masterpiece like the Foo said. It wasn't, a masterpiece of cinema. It did the job and told the story of Mortal Kombat. Especially, it didn't like rush into or give long explanations on each character and introduction. It pretty much say, hey, look, you guys have played this game for 20 plus years. You know these fucking characters.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just get down to business and let's just start fighting and killing some motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like, let's see some blood.
Like, honestly, that's the
Yeah.
way it should be. Remember, like, origin stories used to be like a 2-minute description? That's what it used to be.
A whole movie would be an origin story. Like, you wouldn't
Yeah.
get the satisfaction until like the last 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and now
or it can be a
no,
first movie like the first Batman. Was it the 1989 Batman, where you didn't get an origin out of that, but you already knew who Batman
yeah.
was. You already knew he could fuck people up. Let's go.
Let's do it.
What more do you need?
You know what really bothered me the most about this movie was Cole's Arcana, and he's just wearing a rubber suit. Like, they could have really taken a little extra time and then made it look better, like aesthetically pleasing.
At first, I was like, dude, really? He just has a fucking body armor? That's it? But then I like the fact of when he kept getting hit, he was able to generate those weapons.
Yeah.
Which, okay, that was a little bit of.
And that's what would happen in a game too. The more you get hit, the more power you're saving up to.
Yeah, to do your fatality.
Yeah.
Like, the more you get hit, or the more you do like perfect hits, then you build up all of that energy for the fatality.
Right.
Yeah.
And I like that. Yeah, it did look very much like plastic stuff. I will agree with you there. They could have at least done it up a little with CGI, a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope they expand on his power, his Arcana a little bit more.
Right.
Like, I hope he could like make staves or make swords and shit out of it. That would be pretty dope.
Yeah. And I like how Liu Kang mentions Bo Rai Xiao in the beginning when he's talking to Cole, and I'm just like, I would love to see Bo Rai Xiao in the
Just
next
the
movie.
drunken kung fu master.
The drunken.
That's all he is.
Yeah.
He's the most annoying character in fucking Mortal Kombat.
Because one.
all he throws up and you slip on it. That's
Yeah.
his fucking move.
And
like,
then it's
that's
funny,
his big
like
move.
when he moves forward, he farts.
Yeah. He's the Foos of Mortal Kombat.
They should cast the Foo.
Foo, I like the part where what the fuck's that guy's name with the laser eye?
Kano.
Kano. I like where he kept getting like leg sweeped.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, that's like someone button mashing the game.
Yeah, and he even says it. Is that all you can fucking do?
And then it keeps working.
Yeah.
And then he trips him up. It's like, what?
I
kidding.
like that. I like that a lot. The fact that they, the average player playing with like a noob who just button mashes all the time. Yeah, that's what happens.
Fucked up. Yeah.
All talk. Doesn't know how to play.
Yeah. Well, all right. I think it's not a terribly negative score. I gave it a 6.5. Josh 7, and the Foo and Steph gave it a 7.5. I think that falls within what we've been rating other movies, considering what we think of those movies. So
it's a thumbs up if you're drinking a beer, Foo.
yeah, there you go. There you go. I haven't had a beer in months.
I saw it twice, and it was better the second time.
The second time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw it twice too.
I just think that it was interesting direction that they're already putting all their, marbles in for a sequel or a part 2.
Well, why the hell not?
Because I feel like this is really a prequel. No tournament. I mean, tournament would have been badass to see. But that's pretty big stakes for the next one. And you know what? They could save Cole's character for us Foos. They just got to kill him in the first 5 minutes of the next movie. And then bring him back as Scorpion.
Oh, again?
A new Scorpion?
Yeah, so he'd be a new Scorpion. That'd be dope.
No. Well, as someone that's
I
mean,
played
his
the game
fucking-
all the way to this current iteration, Scorpion's redemption is nice because he eventually does become Hanzo Asashi again. Like he gets all of his memories back. He controls Netherrealm now. Like he's literally the leader. Like I think that if they still kept them separate as characters, I think that'd be better because you only have one Scorpion in the game, but you have multiple Sub-Zero, and I think they're going to introduce the second Sub-Zero and then Noob Saibot.
Yeah.
Because I think that was him
Bihan.
turning into Noob Saibot, right?
Bihan.
Yeah.
When Shang Tsung takes him and takes his body
And like all his armor was taken off already.
Yeah, because that's what happened. Like that's what Noob Saibot's character design looks like. He looks like Scorpion with absolutely no more, or Sub-Zero with no armor, but he still has that mask, the Lin Kuei mask, but he just looks all black and like he could disappear, similar to like Sub-Zero, like how he was able to evaporate into that dark mist and transport. That's just going to be his ability and be able to bring out like a scythe. I think that's his weapon of choice. So
We shall see, Foos.
yeah, I'm excited. I hope.
A lot of the actors in the movie were saying that his martial arts are so fast that they had to ask him to slow down in a lot of the parts. Yeah, I mean, if you've seen him in those raid movies, he's fucking intense, dude. The guy is
So quick.
crazy good.
That's where he's from.
Yeah,
I
that's
Yeah,
the
they're-
guy.
freaking knew it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I gotta watch
his
them
name?
movies then.
yeah, you're fucking
Oh
up,
my
dude.
god, Fu, you would love it. It is by far one of
Top
the
notch.
best martial arts movies I've ever seen.
And what is
Like,
it?
his
It's from
role
Thailand?
as
Or what is it?
It's Indonesian.
Indonesian. Okay, yeah,
Indonesian. Yeah. He was the cop, right? If I'm
yeah,
not mistaken.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the main cop.
He's the main
Like, and
character. Yeah.
He's this dude that just fucking going through like almost 30 floors of just
He's having a bad day.
mobsters. Yeah, dude, it's great. You
That's
need to
a
watch
bad
that
take.
movie, Fu.
Watch it today.
Yeah, no,
It's a
low
good
key,
family
like
movie.
he's just having a bad day. He's just like fuck. Like I gotta go through all these dudes. All right, boom,
Yeah.
dead, boom, dead.
And not only that, but his brother is also involved with the mob, and so now it's a
Yeah.
whole thing, like in the middle of the movie. Ah, dude, it's crazy.
And his
Watch
brother's a badass fighter too. It's
Just turn off your brain and watch the movie.
I mean, the
Get
first
ready
part
for
won't be hard for the food, but just watch
yeah,
the
yeah.
movie. Yeah. But
Pretend to be you taking a nap, Foo.
there you go. See, now that's using the old noggin, Foo. Now, Foo, one thing that we all were caught up with too that we have rarely talked about on the show except for last week has been Invincible on Prime, Amazon Prime. Now, Josh, I gave you homework. I gave you a mandate to check out Invincible on Amazon Prime, and I told you that you wouldn't regret it one goddamn bit. What is
your level of regret?
What is your
Zero, foo. Zero. No regrets, foo. No regrets.
Nice.
It is quite an amazing show, man. The voice acting alone is fantastic, especially the people that they chose for each role.
Yeah, Britta as Adam Eve.
The Britta is Adam Eve, At first, I was just like, oh, Britta. But after a while, it's just like, oh, all right, Britta's badass now. She's still
You forget you like
humanitarian.
Britta after a while.
Yeah,
Still humanitarian,
Britta's, yeah. She's just doing it right this time. She's not Brittaing it.
Right.
So, good job, Britta.
Yeah.
And then Steven Yeun as Invincible is great. J.K. Simmons as Omni-Man. That whole storyline that we have still yet to cover with Omni-Man as to his motivations as to why he killed the Guardians of the Globe.
Yeah.
Which, again, fucking insane first episode. You straight up have this Superman-esque dude just waste everyone in this
The whole Justice League.
Yeah, the whole Justice League just wastes them. Like, that fight scene was insane.
In the
And then you don't
goriest
have
way possible, too.
Yeah, and you have absolutely no reason why. For the rest of the series, you're just left questioning what the fuck is going on.
And the only thing that you get throughout the episodes is his brooding doesn't make him look like a good guy. Whenever they're discussing, the Guardians.
Yeah, you could tell this this darkness starts to come out when you start to discuss the Guardians.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a feeling it's him being it has something to do with that Viltrumite origin, how they go out and they protect other worlds. I have a feeling that they're in fact dictators, because his storyline very much mixes Superman and the Green Lanterns, where they have this one world that sends out protectors to each galaxy or Earth,
like sectors or whatever.
Yeah, each sector, and I thought that was pretty cool. How he gave each of these characters, they have a little bit of, little pieces of these actual superheroes, and
the Mormons do that too.
Yeah, Mormons, except they got some flashy little angels giving out some tablets or whatever the hell that origin is. I don't know.
Bro, I don't know. Not going there.
Yeah. It's better than humans having the souls of aliens.
Is it though?
Yeah.
At least there's aliens in that story.
That's true. That is true. I like aliens. Like the Foo. But the show is great. There were a couple of lull episodes, like the whole Amber and Mark thing. I could give two shits about. I feel like Amber's just a whiny, self-centered bitch that needs to get over herself. This dude's a damn superhero,
And she knew that too.
And the fact that she knew it and she still was being a bitch about it. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna call it as I see it here. Wow, you're just a piece of shit.
She was
and
testing
he should just
him.
be with Adam Eve.
Right, she was testing them. Oh, I just wanted to. That's not the point that you're a superhero. It's the fact that you lied to me. It's like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
See, that's the shit I have. That's the problem I have with relationships right there. This test bullshit. Just be straight up. God damn it. All these mind games. But yeah, no, man. Other than that, I think it's a great series. Foo, you need to watch the next episode, cause damn shit, Omni-Man is going nuts now.
He's
Foo.
ominous.
Yeah, he is.
Omni-Man is
Oh, you like that?
omnibus.
God damn it. Hey, so I think
Your household, Foo.
shut up. New episodes are coming out every Thursday, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
I think so, yeah.
And
I listened to a... Sorry, Foo. Didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
I listened to a...
Yeah, you did.
Shut up, Josh. Don't point it out. I listened to a podcast that Robert Kirkman came on.
Yeah.
Our nemesis is the comicbook.com podcast.
Those sons of bitches.
They got Robert Kirkman, Foo. What do we got?
We got Josh.
Fucking Ploots and Taz. He came on saying that he has of course, pending to get renewal for another season or whatnot. He has 5 seasons lined up in his head already. So
Well, I think he's got the comic books to back that up too. No?
yeah,
Yeah.
I think there's 70 something issues.
Yeah. So he's got all kinds of material.
Yeah,
I'm
so he's
sure.
got lots of material to go through, and I think he even said that he's getting to a point where he's running out of material, so he might just do another alien invasion because he doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
But at least the enjoyability of the show is there. So I think he even let a couple of other. He's not like helming it like Kevin Feige, where he's in control of everything. He's letting other people write episodes to piece it together. So it's just not all his vision. He's trying to they're using a creative approach to make it work. So
Wasn't that how they handled The Walking Dead too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had other like writers kind of come in and give their 2 cents and maybe take it in.
He
a
had
different
Angela
direction.
Kang do a few episodes, and now she's running the whole universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, which I don't know. I think it's run its course. If you ask me, Walking Dead. There was a lot of Sundays where Steph and I'd be like, "Hey, let's make time for Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Let's not miss it." We've been pretty lax lately on that, and I think we're 2-3 episodes behind this season.
Yeah, because they only released like 6 episodes.
Yeah.
And then
They were all
That's
recap episodes, right?
They're more like they're not
or story exploration episodes. I
yeah,
guess.
character exploration kind of thing. Yeah, that a lot of that's going on these days. Because you just got rid of the what do you call it, the Whisperers.
right.
You just got rid of them, and I don't know that. I mean, there's going to be another villain, I'm sure.
Well, now you have these this group in armor,
Right?
almost like a government type thing, and they
Oh
actually
yeah,
have
and you
weapons.
foos haven't watched the World Beyond, have you?
No.
No.
Saw that first
No.
episode, and I was like, done.
Oh, so that group in the armor is tied to the
Oh.
World Beyond series.
Okay. Good.
And they don't pay it. They don't explain it until I think 4 episodes in. But you're just like, oh shit! So, damn, there's someone pretty much controlling the world. Okay, cool. That's crazy.
I'll read the clip
Wasn't
notes.
that what we're supposed to explore with the Rick movies?
No, I think
That
the
are
Rick
supposedly supposed to come
movies.
out?
I think the Rick movies are going to explore probably that battle or that war. Because okay, Foos, are you gonna watch the World Beyond or not?
No.
Okay, because if not, I'll just tell you what's going on so you can get some context here.
Give me some context, please.
All right, so this society with the armored people, they are in a full function society with research. They have apartments, they have refrigerators. They're pretty much back to first world living status, and they're systematically taking down civilizations because they do not want them to uprise against them in the future.
Okay. So they're
So that's probably going to be the big tie-in with all the universes and all the shows, is that this entity, the thing with the 3 rings that you see, they're the ones that are controlling pretty much the rest of the United States. And in the World Beyond, after I think the first episode, that college university that's been up and running since before Infection Day or whatever they call it.
yeah.
They wipe them out at the end of the episode.
Oh.
And they don't explain it until 2 or 3 episodes later. Yeah, we have to keep the world at bay because people want what we want. We don't want to share what we got. So yeah, we have to kill off societies as we find out they could become bigger.
Jesus.
Yeah, so I think the Rick aspect is going to be they're probably going to find out there's a very strong community alliance now. And that's probably going to be them addressing that in the movies.
Wow.
If they don't address it by the end of the series.
Okay. And then we only have one more season left, right, of the original Walking Dead series?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently it's going to be 22, 23 episodes though.
So it'll be lengthy as
Like
fuck.
So it's going to be a
It's a
big
standard.
season.
It's a standard season.
No, standard season's 15, 16 episodes.
I thought it was more than that.
Not lately.
No, I guess.
Not lately, yeah. It hasn't been that long since probably the first few seasons, right? When they had a lot.
Well, the first season was 6 episodes by itself.
Well, I mean, wasn't season 3, 4, 5, weren't they rather long?
No, they were only
26 episodes.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, because each half was 13 episodes, Foo.
Yeah.
They had 13 weeks.
Oh, before they
Before
started
they
doing
break.
this whole hiatus
Yeah.
normalcy bullshit.
Yeah, they always did that. They always had a hiatus. So like they would have 6 or 7 episodes one week, or for like the first half, go on break, and then they would come back for the second half and be another like 6 or 7 episodes.
That's back when Walking Dead was a fucking powerhouse, dude. Like,
Yeah, I think I'll look up the actual episode.
do you remember how you felt, Foo, back then?
We couldn't wait.
Yeah. Like Lost.
just-
Remember what Lost was?
Dude, still waiting for justification and
You're not going to get it.
J.J. Abrams to be
It's been
crucified for his
10
sins.
years,
Foo.
Foo. You're not going to get it.
You don't know about the Dharma Initiative. You don't know nothing.
It was a dream.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of hippies,
Yeah.
like the Foobar show.
Anyway, we were talking about Invincible, and then we just off on this
Well,
tangent.
Foo, it's Robert Kirkman, man.
It
I
is.
mean, food's tied significantly in some way or another, form or fashion or thing. Food.
Indeed. But did you find what you were looking for there, Josh?
Yeah, so season 1 was 6 episodes, season 2 was 13, season 3 was 16, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 are all 16 episodes. Well, actually, season
the
10,
foo was right.
season 10 has 22 episodes.
Oh,
It's
so it was
because of
just
these
season-
extra 6 extra storyline episodes, right?
Well, one has to do with the long break due to COVID, and then, and then to the extra
was recent.
storylines. Season 10 is the longest. That's the current one that
Okay,
we're on right
mhm.
now.
All right.
That's at
And it's not
22
really
episodes.
progressing the story.
It's not.
These extra
It's
episodes.
going back in time and explaining other things about characters. So,
So it looks like I was
Negan,
right, Foo.
Right,
They gave
it's
Negan
not.
an origin story.
yeah, it's getting
Yeah.
weird. But anyhow, congrats there, Foo. You were right once. Jesus
Huh?
Christ.
See what happens when you're not smoking doobies all day like a hippie,
Shut the
Foo?
fuck up.
Foo, I feel like you were a lot smarter when you smoked.
He wasn't so cranky, at least.
I know, right? Oh, now you're just irritable.
How am I irritable? I'm not the one that.
See, look, he's
forsaken
getting mad
cards.
already. I just said something.
Well, relax, Foo. Relax. Take it easy.
Take a chill. pill.
Everyone, chill.
Hey, Foos, listen. You know, the second Jose wants to go to war over barbecue sauce, like, we're going to war, dude. All right, fuck you, Jose.
Oh yeah, come over.
Yeah,
We'll
it
have a-
doesn't
fucking-
take
have
much
a
to set you
barbecue.
off, Foo.
And your tomato sauce fucking nonsense, dude.
I'm sorry. God damn.
It's made with tomato sauce.
I know, that's the funny part.
Anyway, is that going to do it for Geeking Out today, guys?
Yes, Foo.
All right.
yes.
All right. We'll be right back with the joint report.
Are you on weed? Give me some. I'll smoke you two under the table.
And the joint report is brought to us by The Grass Ceiling, the new cannabis shop now open in Themyscira. So, on today, I wanted to discuss the new kind of weed that's coming out of Steve Urkel, man. Jaleel White, we posted it a few days ago in our Instagram. This was reported by CNN, but you pretty much saw it everywhere around social media. But those who don't know who Jaleel White is, that was Steve Urkel in the old lovable and very funny, back then at least, sitcom that we all know and love as Family Matters. And so he says that this project comes after 20 years of hearing about his fictional TV character displayed on cannabis products. Purple Urkel was already a thing. If you guys didn't already know that, that was already a strain that was being sold around all across the country, maybe even the world. And so he wrote on the new brand's website that he met his eventual business partner on a flight to Oakland back in 2018. And, you know, I've been seeing him go around from weed shop to weed shop and promoting it and doing the rounds, you know, because after all, he's freaking Jaleel White. And who wouldn't be excited to see him at a weed shop, for one, let alone just seeing Urkel at your local town to begin with. So he's saying that he's been working on this for the last 2 years and he's been putting a lot of thought into it. And once you actually look it up on his website, through his Instagram, It does look aesthetically pleasing too, like the packaging, everything is very professional looking. He says, anyone who knows me personally as Jaleel White knows that I'm an ardent seeker of curated adventures, big laughs, and excellent food. All three of these interests are enormously enhanced by top shelf cannabis. And he said that he also hopes to debunk stereotypes associated with cannabis like the Foo likes to do now that he thinks he's Mr. All High and Mighty. And celebrate its medical breakthroughs. He says, burrowing my way into an industry not known for diversity or inclusion has been both challenging and rewarding. Other celebrities have joined the cannabis industry in recent years, like Drake, Snoop Dogg, Willie Nelson. He even went over to Mike Tyson's farm, and I think this is also on his Instagram, where he pretty much is like, hey, Mike, what's happening? I guess they know each other. How can you not? And Mike gave it the thumbs up. He gave him his blessing. He's like, welcome to the industry, bro. Because he took a couple puffs of what looks like a regular cigarette. Like it had like a cigarette filter and everything, but it was obviously cannabis in there. He took a couple puffs and he's just like, oh, this is beautiful. The taste must be amazing. I've never not enjoyed a purple strain before. It always has a really pleasant taste to it. I can't put my finger on it. Like it's not exactly citrusy. It's its own kind of leafy green, if you ask me. What about you, Josh? Like, what do you remember about those purple strains?
Oh, they used to floor me. They were in indica, I believe.
Yeah.
From what I remember. Every time, I would always ask for it. When I first started smoking, just ask for some perp. And yeah, they were good for blunts too. I used to use them in blunts back when I smoked blunts.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, it definitely used to floor me. It was very enjoyable, and then it kind of disappeared for a while. I didn't see it at least in any of our local dispensaries. I couldn't find it for quite some time.
People weren't breeding it as much, I guess, anymore.
No, maybe not around here. I'm not sure if we found it in Colorado. I don't remember any of the strains that we smoked in Colorado. I just know they got us high.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Job well done.
No, I agree. And, he's not just stopping at just greens or purples, if I should say. He's got a whole lineup of different products. So, of course, he has his Purple Urkel strain that you can just buy in buds. He has the vaporizers. He has the what do you call it? The dabs. He has a good lineup of different kinds of products to try. And I think the more popular one that I've seen throughout his social media that people seem to be enjoying the most is the vapes. It looks like a little pod. It looks like one of those Mio bottles, the little Mio bottles where you can squeeze into your water. It looks like that, but it's purple, of course. It has his logo on it, and it just has a button on the top, and then you just inhale, and boom, there it is. You just get a mouthful of vapor. So that seems to be the one that people are, the one he's pushing. But that's not to say he's limited to just that one thing if you're not into that, because I don't think I would be. I'm more of a dab guy myself these days. Speaking of, 420 just went by, and I took a very disappointing trip to La Puente last week. And I was low on dabs, and I'm like, I'll take a trip down to La Puente, go to the old House of 100 Harmonies, and lo and behold, guys, I have to report on the joint report that House of 100 Harmonies is no more. And it's not the first time that they've been shut down. They've always bounced back, but what I'm hearing,
definitely is the last time.
The rumblings that I'm hearing is that this is the absolute last time, and I don't know what triggered it. Do you know more about this, Josh? Do you know what happened to cause this raid to happen and for them to get shut down like this?
It may have been COVID related.
Yeah, tell us, Mark.
The last few. Wow.
Jeez.
I haven't gone there since I was let go on my last job. Since I haven't been in that area. There's no reason for me to go out that way anyway.
Too many memories, Foo.
Yeah. But I know my dad had gone a few months back, and he said, like, dude, there's no capacity limit. Like, they were just letting people in. They didn't care they didn't care about the number. They just started kind of letting more and more people in. And then I know they got their competitors in that palm reading area now. So that may have been an issue.
Just a
too.
parking lot away too.
Yeah, so it may have been that the cops just got tired of the parking situation, especially because it caused a lot of traffic when people were leaving that parking lot
Or entering.
or entering. You know.
Oh
like,
yeah,
the
because
amount of
people would just chill with their blinker on and be like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna hold up traffic
Yeah.
until someone comes
And this
out.
is a main street. This is
It's a
Azusa.
main street.
Yeah.
Super busy all the time. So, yeah, I mean, it could have been a number of factors as to why they were shut down. I'm not surprised personally.
I'm
I gotta-
surprised that they carried on as long as they did, actually.
Yeah, that is what I'm more shocked.
I gotta say, one of the last times I went was during COVID, and they had like 9 of us in that front waiting room, and I was like, we are not spaced out at
yeah, it's
all.
not a big enough. It's not a big enough waiting room.
And,
Even-
and I remember, like, I went up to the window and gave the security guard like my ID, and then he's just like, all right, man, blah, 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 like all muffled, and I was like, what? And he's like, hey man, you know the fucking drill, go get your temperature checked. And I was like, bro, who you yelling at? Like, you know because I spent my money here, I pay you, right?
You know how consumerism works, buddy.
Yeah, he was just like, you know the drill. And I was like, oh, you're a fucking dick, dude.
Well, these
And
aren't the most polished motherfuckers working at these places either, man. You got to cut them some slack.
So I gotta say, that was one of my lighter trips
Okay.
on purchasing items.
Yeah, you've had issues there before, huh? Personally.
Oh, dude, like 6 times. Like,
Wow. It's because you like to diversify. I go for one brand, and if they don't have it, I'm either out of there or I play it safe with something at least kind of close. But you were pretty adventurous when you used to go. I
yeah,
remember.
man, I like to try all the different brands, but you know what, Foo? Nowadays, I treat them all the same. Fuck them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same as the Foo. I used to like to diversify too, just because you never knew what they were going to be out of. So at least if they're out of something, it's all right. Well, whatever. Try this new thing out today. I still need my weed. I mean, come on, I ain't crazy.
I would hate to go on for an empty trip, but it was like, sometimes you had to do that. Like, or else you might get a bad product
Yeah.
or something with
Cool.
bad quality.
Yeah. It's happened maybe once or twice with me where I went, I didn't see what I wanted, I didn't like the options that they had, and then I just left. I just said, oh, no, thank you. I'm out of here.
Yeah, the only time I ever had issues with their products were the shatter. When I started buying the shatter from them, it became too inconsistent. I never had any issues with their dabs. I never had their bud, so maybe
I
that's why.
only had an issue with their dabs where it was the dropper, or what was, it looked like a syringe, like a mini syringe.
Yeah.
Like those didn't work out.
Remember, Foo, back when you used to just me and you used to just do a whole dropper in one sitting
Oh
because
my
it broke?
god.
Yeah, well, like we'd have to, or it's like, well, you have to or you lose it. So
Yeah, you just burn the whole thing, so we're like, fuck it.
And then they like steadily went from very thick wax type texture
Yeah, I lost
or
its
honey.
viscous. Yeah.
They went to like fucking water almost.
Yeah.
Like when you
we're
squeeze a
just
little,
wore out.
half of it comes out, and it's like, dick. Who spends $30 for one hit?
Exactly.
Is what I used to say.
Wink.
The Foo's trying to hide something from us.
So where I'm getting at is that I have to look for a new spot, and I wasn't about to do that at 7 p.m. on a weekday. So I actually tried a delivery service called Grassdoor. Grassdoor.com, I believe, or you can just Google Grassdoor.
Glassdoor.
Foo, are you saying Glassdoor?
No, I'm not. I'm actually doing that on purpose. But yeah, I think it came up like on an ad on Instagram to check out Grassdoor, and I clicked on it because it knew that I was already looking for a new kind of provider. So I clicked on it. I was pleasantly surprised with the way that the website was set up. The prices that were provided were very reasonable, very much like the ones that you saw at House of 100 Harmonies, RIP. And the only thing that I will say, that it didn't catch me off guard, but one thing that I didn't factor in right away were the state taxes that came along with it that you wouldn't normally pay at like a weed shop like House of 100 Harmonies, mainly because they associated themselves as a church. So they didn't have to pay taxes, so they didn't charge you the taxes either. But if you go to other more legit kind of like your MedMen kind of places, of course there's going to be taxes associated with that. Now, they try to absorb some of those taxes, and they're upfront with you that they will absorb 15% of the state taxes that they have to pay, just so that you can have a much better experience when you shop with them. And one of the things that also drew me to their service was the fact that they promised you that you will get your products within 1 hour. Now, me knowing that I live in San Bernardino County, and they mainly are a LA Orange County type of business, that I'm going to be on the outskirts, and there will be hell to pay if they're over an hour. And they showed up 2 hours later, and I didn't mind, not only because I already had some dabs here while I was waiting, but because they ended up refunding me $10 at the end, knowing that, their promise is an hour or less, and they were nowhere near that. And they were just upfront with it. They're like, hey guys, it's my bad, we'll refund you $10. So I got $10 there. I then referred Josh to the service this morning too. Josh, you partook. I'm curious as to what you purchased, but you ended up using the referral code that I gave you, and I saw another $10 go into that bank. So anybody who's interested in trying Grassdoor, go ahead and go to foobarshow.com. I'm going to be putting my referral code there, and if you want to support the Foobar Show with not monetarily, but if you want to treat us to some greens, go ahead and use our referral code there, and we'll let you know. We'll let you know what happens.
We'll let you know what we get.
So I'll put a link up there. It'll be on there by Monday by the time this releases. But I'm curious, Josh, how was your experience?
Dude, it was so quick.
Smooth, right?
Yeah, very smooth, very, very fast service. I mean, obviously I live a little closer towards Monrovia, Rosemead, where they're out of. So they were able to make it within 45 minutes. Much faster than Hyperwolf. Though that was the other service I was using for quite a time. And the differences, I mean, price-wise, they're pretty much the same.
Okay.
Because Hyperwolf includes the tax in their prices, so they and it's all whole number prices too. So before, when I would get 2 things of edibles and then 2 dabs, I'd have to spend $120. Here, they gave you the 30% off, but then they also added the 15% tax. It still came out to like $120. And then I came out to $115, but then I added $10 to give to the driver because I'm like, fuck it,
Yeah.
I always hook up my bud tenders. Driver's no different. And the main difference is that when you ordered with Hyperwolf, it was almost like a 2 or 3 hour process. Like you'd have to order like at 11 in the morning, or if you ordered like at 2 o'clock. Yeah, because they open from 11 to they're only open from 11 to 10.
Mm-hmm.
And if you didn't open right then and there, like let's say you ordered at 12:30, you most likely wouldn't get your shit until like 3 o'clock. And they wouldn't most likely confirm your order for another hour. Whereas this one, they confirmed it within 10 minutes. Then in like 20 minutes later, they're like, your driver will be there.
They follow up like it's a Domino's order.
Yeah, it's like, holy damn.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, they have a full tracking service on it. You could just load your debit card on the site, and you don't even have to pay the dude up front. Like, you just got to show him your ID and card. Like, dude, I was very much impressed with this service. I'm going to be using it again for sure, because again, the prices were not unreasonable.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got some pretty dope. I got 2 edibles, and then I got 2 dabs. And again, it only came out to like $115, which is, it's solid for a whole gram of dabs. The 2 full grams of dabs and 2 edibles. So.
Yeah, I ended up getting a gram of dabs and 2 types of edibles, which were the tabs. They look like little pills. They dissolve in your mouth, and but you just go ahead and swallow them. Otherwise, it tastes like lawn trimmings.
Yeah, I think those were actually my lifesavers during the Laker game incident with the Foo, because the Foo had some tabs. So
there you go.
Those are great, but I actually got some like these tins of gummies. One is strawberry, the other one is mango. So I'm gonna try those like a little later, see how those work. But yeah, man, definitely Grassdoor. I'm gonna be recommending some people so I can get my $10 credit. But
there you go.
Yeah, man, it's good shit.
Glassdoor it up, Foos.
Grassdoor, Foo.
Grassdoor, Foo.
This isn't rate your employer.
Sure, it's Grassdoor.
One other thing that I enjoyed, I mean, not that I'll become this, but on the website, because it's not an app, but it's a pretty well-functioning website that acts like an app. on your mobile device is that you can become a driver if you want to, kind of like Uber. Like I think that it's the same kind of thing where on their end they get all the perks that an Uber driver would get, getting your order ready and where the place lives and giving you the GPS assistance through it. So I mean, you can become an employee based on what I saw rather quickly, just like you can if you were looking to become an Uber driver. So yeah, I was impressed, man. I was impressed, and I am going to use them again when I'm in a pinch. And anybody who wants 30% off of their first order, go to foobarshow.com and click on the link I'm going to add. It's helping out. It's helping out the pod. It's helping out the pod.
Yeah, Foo. So do it. Do it, Foo. Do it.
No way, hippies.
The Foo's a new man. The Foo's a new man. I respect that. I can respect that.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah, I'm not going to be an idiot and give up carbs, though. Only losers do that.
I didn't give up. Yeah, I did. Listen, man.
Kidding,
hey,
Foo.
let me tell you this right now. And this
Ooh, I like how you combated your high cholesterol with more fat, dude.
And it worked. Steph, back me up on this. So, all right, back in December when I had my blood work done, Steph will attest to this. The entire Quest Diagnostics PDF that I got in an email was all red.
Right.
And it pretty much confirmed that my doctor said that you're overdue for a heart attack.
Heart attack imminent.
Or heart failure.
Alcohol, Foo.
And and then so I gave up sugar, I gave up grains, and of course, naturally, I gave up by and large beer. So if I'm gonna have anything alcoholic, it's wine or liquor. So I'm like 30 to 35 pounds lighter now, 4 months later. And I did another blood work thing, and they were all green now, and some were even better than Steph's numbers.
His cholesterol's better than mine now. Like, what the fuck?
Feel like $1 million.
Haven't you been doing the same diet stuff?
No.
Oh, that's the problem.
Yeah. No, Steph has her bread. I mean, she still goes to work, which everybody takes pastries to work, right?
Right. I work in a hospital. It's nothing but freaking a bake shop in there.
Listen, man, there's no better way than waking up for breakfast and having some toast, Foo. It's the American breakfast.
I wouldn't know, bro.
I didn't really believe in this keto diet. I mean, like, I knew people lost weight on it, but like, I always thought like, oh, you're eating high cholesterol, high fat. It's like, isn't your cholesterol gonna go up?
Nope.
It's the total opposite.
High protein, high fat, and a lot of veggies.
Yeah, but you know what? Like
That's
I
the
said
key.
before, it doesn't work with everybody. So you're
It works for those who are interested in it, Steph.
yeah.
The ones who are faithful to it.
Look, it's very tough because I did the Dukan Diet years ago.
What's that one about?
That's the one it's similar to the keto diet where it's high protein, low fat though, and no grains. Again, no grains, only protein and veggies. But like their whole thing is like you go through like these weeks of processes. How the diet works is the first, I believe, month you alternate between all protein days and protein veggie days, and so you do that until you start to lose weight. That's the one that I lost about 100 pounds on. But the problem is like once you get you keep going between all protein day and veggie days until you get to your goal weight. And then after that, you're supposed to transition into like a stabilization phase when you start to reintroduce grains. And that's the problem with that diet is when you start to reintroducing it, it's hard to tell how much of it will affect you, because I think I was 245 at one point, and then I dropped down to 139. And then as soon as I started doing that stabilization, I started kind of shooting back up to like 155. And then it was harder at that point because you start getting used to eating grains. So you tend to just give up on it because there's really no, like they say that you can, like how that diet works is like they say to minimize your grains at the same time as being able to just eat protein and veggies. But it's hard because you have some people like me that give into weakness and just start eating, that they're willing to cheat a little bit extra, and giving that, extra cheat day kind of fucks you up. That's what happened to me. That's why I gained all my weight back.
I told myself that I was going to start to reintroduce, or just introduce a cheat meal, not even a cheat day, just a cheat meal. And I can't get.
Yeah,
I
that's-
can't bring myself to do it because knowing me, I don't
Yeah.
think that I'll have the discipline to continue to just stay away from those sweets or grains or bread, because all the best foods or desserts have all that good stuff in it. So I think it'll be like Barney when he took his first sip of non-alcoholic beer right before he was going to go into space.
Yeah,
It was-
exactly. No, exactly, exactly, man. Like,
It's
be very
happening.
careful.
There's
Be
no
very
alcohol.
careful with those cheap meals, because that's how it starts. That's how it started with my previous diet. Was like you were allowed one cheat meal a week, and then it evolves until like after 6 weeks of that, it evolves into 2 cheat meals a week. And then me personally, I'm like, oh well, 2 cheat meals, I can make up for another cheat meal, and then another,
And then you just
you're
can't.
just like, and then you just can't. So I'm proud of you, Foo. I'm proud of you that you lost so much weight. You've inspired me to to start getting back into the groove again. Lost about
Yeah.
10 pounds.
I'm back to my
5
college
thanks to
weight,
the-
so I'm happy with
yeah,
that.
man.
Yeah.
I think we gotta start a Foobar weight challenge at some point, Foo. Now that the food's not smoking weed.
All of a sudden, I've been telling you guys to do that for years.
No, you haven't.
You've been saying it for months.
Selective hearing.
Yeah. Anyway, we got off on an interesting tangent, but it had nothing to do with Joint Report. But I think that's going to do it for the Joint Report today.
Do it?
That's going to do it for the. It's gonna It's going to do it for the Joint Report today. Everybody stick around for Foobar Sports.
Smoke weed every day.
Foobar Sports is brought to us by Draft Pick, the best beer choice for any tailgate. Take it away, Foos.
I would think that that's actually a beer. So that's not out of.
There you go.
That seems real.
It seems better
Good
than
job,
a Natty
Foos.
Light, right?
Yeah, anything's better than Natty Light.
That's right.
That's just shit. That's just dirt water.
Shite.
No, you know what's
Foo?
worse than that? The
What?
Kirkland beer.
Isn't that just Natty Light?
Well, it's worse,
I thought
if
it
you can
was
believe it.
Isn't that one beer that Eric had at the Beer Olympics that
Oh,
caused
PB.
one of the contestants to throw up immediately?
I wanted to throw up, but I was so competitive. I just tried to. I held it down the best I could, and I did.
I remember so well, Foo, because that guy was on my team.
The reason why
Yeah, that's
the
right.
reason why my team won was because we all focused only we had all the Bud Lights on our team.
Oh, you
None
guys
of us
played it
drank that
smart,
Kirkland
dude.
shit.
You guys played
Yeah,
it smart.
we stayed away from that Kirkland shit. We knew.
It was
It
so
smelled
gross,
nasty, dude.
So
As soon as you
gross.
popped it open, it just like it was like, ugh, what is this?
The
shit?"
smell, the taste. There was nothing good about it.
No, food. Not at
Good
all.
old
Not at
Cost
all.
Company. Anyway,
Well, Foo sports. Baseball is back and alive and well, Foo. Dodgers have been pretty good all year. Trevor Bauer has been amazing. Surprisingly, Foo, the Padres have been pretty competitive in the series against us. Granted, we're up on them. I think by 2 games, Foo. We're 2 games.
Yes.
They've won 2. We've won 4, if I'm not mistaken, or 5. I don't know.
sure.
But
I said yes.
Thank you. So we actually have the series finale tonight. But goddamn, that Fernando Tatis El Nino, as he's called, is he's taking the league by storm, pun intended. You're welcome, Foo.
God damn it. God damn it.
Foo, I mean, this kid has already has 4 home runs in just 2 days. He had back-to-back games with multiple home runs. And he, even though he has a fucked up shoulder, I mean, me and the Foo talked about this last week, that they brought this guy back early just to play the Dodgers on a fucked up shoulder. He still hasn't fully healed from it, and he's still fucking raking bombs.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna be something for sure, and I see why now that they gave him that ridiculous, like 13-year contract or whatever.
So far, it's paying
number
off for them.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they're for sure the Padres are going to give the Dodgers a run for their money in the West.
Mhm.
I think the Dodgers will still be up top just because we have so much talent up and down the roster. But I think the Padres will at least give us a good, entertaining series, and they'll take care of the rest of the National League West. Like, the Giants still aren't great. D-backs are... who even talks about them anymore? And then the Rockies are really only relevant because they got the All-Star game. So, I mean... What are you gonna do?
Yeah. And
Also, they're the minor league for the entire MLB.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
They're the
Pretty
farm
much.
system for the entire West.
Yeah, because haven't you noticed that whenever their other players go to on other teams, they're even more fantastic than when they were on the Rockies? Like Trevor Story. Well, Trevor Story's still on the Rockies, but I mean, like, what's his name?
Must be the altitude.
Yeah,
Nolan
like DJ
Arenado.
LeMahieu. Nolan Arenado, he's badass on the Cardinals again. DJ LeMahieu on the Yankees, he brought them back to life last year. This year, the Yankees have their worst record in history, in baseball history, for the first time, which is fantastic. I
Nice.
couldn't be happier.
Yeah.
I couldn't be happier, Foo.
They dominated the league for how many decades, though? So it's about
Yeah.
that time.
100 years, fool. 100.
The last exciting thing that came out of the Yankees was Mariano Rivera, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Check yourself, dude.
All right. Well, what do you think is the most exciting thing that happened in the Yankees since then?
Jeets, man. Mr. Jeter.
He was already a
They're
part
on
of
the same
it.
too.
He's cool. That guy looks like if The Rock had sex with a Muppet.
I mean, Jeter was human, though. Mariano Rivera was just... No one could fucking hit anything off him, dude. Even when he was old, like 40-something years old, and still pitching his last season, he was still great. This dude was still getting people out.
He never had a lull.
That cutter of his was just unhittable. And I think that he is for sure one of the all-time greatest closers in baseball, for sure.
It's not the
And yeah,
greatest closer.
not the. I believe that's still tough to kind of say, just because there's other great ones that we've come across.
All right.
But he's up there. He's like second, I believe, in my opinion, in all-time greats for closers. But yeah, I agree with Fuse, man. He was the most exciting thing out of the Yankees that came out, because Jeter was bleh. I can give or take Jeter. No one liked A-Rod. I mean,
Not even J-Lo.
Nope.
not even. See, J-Lo.
I
couldn't even
mean,
stick around.
eventually.
Yeah.
He's untrustworthy.
Yeah, Foo. Yeah. So, yeah, Foo. The Yankees right now are 9-12. They're below 500. That, I mean, it could change. It's an early, long season. So we'll see in about another 20 games where they're at, if they've gotten back on track. Honestly, Foo, do you think the Angels will ever be good? I mean, they've spent so much money on these top talented people like Shohei Ohtani, the guy that could pitch and hit, and they still can't fucking win. Like, Angels, come on. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
That says it right there.
I mean, who
Like
knows,
they-
man? They haven't been good in a while. They have the best baseball player right now alive in the world. They have him, and they can't do anything with him.
They have this era's Mickey Mantle, man.
Yep.
Like, and he can't do anything. I mean, it's a little, foreshadowing, because Mickey Mantle wasn't good until he had Roger Maris. But, I mean, goddamn, Foo. Goddamn, they just can't get out of their own way. And the A's have just won their 12th straight game too, so I do not see the Angels catching up, or at least beating them out for their division.
They have to go on some kind of 6 streak for us to get any kind of confidence in the Angels. When, as a Dodger fan, there is no confidence in the Angels. So
Of course not, Foo, and there shouldn't be. There shouldn't be.
the only reason you would have found me or any other Dodger fan at Angel Stadium is to just talk shit to the Astros when they were playing them those weeks ago.
Or your uncle just had some free tickets and decided, hey guys, let's go to the Angel game.
Yeah.
Which in my case happened.
Yeah.
All the time.
It happens.
They were cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Foo, yeah. So, and then in continuing on sports, Foo, in basketball, Anthony Davis finally came back, but the
And
Lakers
he
still
looked like shit.
Yeah, man, he's been gone for 30 games though, so it's gonna take him some getting used to getting back in shape. Lakers right now are 6th. They're behind the Mavs after losing last night, and they're dangerously close to being in that play-in tournament that no one wants, because it's only a 1-game play-in tournament between the 8 and 9 seeds.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but is that the same as like the wild card game in baseball, or did they change
Exactly.
that? It is.
No,
It's
no,
like
yeah, it's exactly
sudden
what it
death
is.
kind of thing?
Yeah, yeah, it's a complete sudden death game, and I think that's why a lot of the players are kind of pissed. They're like, dude, really? Like every other game is at least a 5-game series. You couldn't at least make this one a 3 or 2-game series,
Because
instead of just a one.
any team can have a bad day, and a really good team can have a bad day, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly. So and then the teams that are in the 8 and 9 spots are the Warriors and the Trailblazers. So it's like, fuck. If I get the Warriors, I gotta go against Steph, and this dude's been putting up like 40 points a game right now in the month of April.
Yeah.
So
been
imagine
nuts.
going, yeah, that guy could put up 60 in a playoff game easy with the amount of threes that he can drain. So Lakers got to get their shit together for sure in these last couple of weeks when the season ends. Otherwise, we're looking at a wrong end of a play-in tournament game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
But,
I don't know if you're done with that, but I wanted to talk about the European leagues, man. That Super League,
I was about to get to that, Foo. So
bro.
Explain.
Yeah, there's this whole thing just kind of fell apart, and it did a lot worse than what was it, the XFL. At least that had a whole season. This thing fell apart in 48 hours. We're 12 teams, all from different parts of the European soccer leagues. They banded together because obviously they were complaining that the existing league that they were in is corrupt, old-fashioned, all that stuff that people would complain about. Kind of like what we talk about FIFA every 4 years when they talk about the World Cup. They left their leagues to join a super league and to band together. Unfortunately, a lot of the finances weren't approved and confirmed, and everything that you have to do with getting your loans in check and all that kind of thing. They could have waited. They could have waited another year to make sure that everything was going well and accurately, and then they can actually pull this off. But it only took 48 hours for this whole thing to fall apart. And I don't know what you know about this so far there, Josh.
So from what I understand, UEFA, the European Football Association, or the United European Football Association, which a lot of these teams were from, pretty much told them, if you guys continue with this Super League, quote unquote, this illegal Super League, you will not only be banned from any UEFA Soccer League games in the future, but then they would incur like a $10 million fine. And I mean, these are like $500 million clubs, man. I mean, maybe not in America, soccer isn't a big deal, but around the world, everywhere else around the world, soccer is huge. So people pour money into them.
And these are football clubs without like salary caps and things like that. Like these guys are earning some crazy money just to be
like
a player.
Neymar, Cristiano Ronaldo. When Ronaldo went to Juventus, they pretty much gave him, I think, a 10 year, $400 million deal. And that's not even including what he's already made when he was on Real Madrid. Right now, I think they're considering giving Messi a 3-year, $150 million deal, just so that way Barcelona can keep him. But like 4 teams are still somewhat in the league, like they're not willing to back down. It's Juventus, Paris Saint-George, Real Madrid, and Barcelona. Those 4 are still like saying fuck you to UEFA because they're kind of tired of what UEFA's been doing with them, with their play-in structures. So that's what it pretty much stemmed down, from my understanding, was their tournament structures and everything, and not allowing certain players to play in like FIFA tournaments, because FIFA is like the overall organization, but a lot of these different leagues are their own. So like they had their own rules. So I think when UEFA sent that warning to them, a lot of like the 8 others was like, nope, I'm done. I'm not dealing with it.
And it fell apart. That it was instrumental in everything falling apart so quickly too, considering they knew that the finances weren't already approved yet. There was still a lot of doubt and a lot of gray area, and a lot of faith to be had with all the other ones. So when a lot of that kind of money's involved, bro, like you're not gonna leave it to faith. You're just not.
Dude. And apparently there's still going to be some punishment. So according to an ESPN article I have here, UEFA president Alexander Seferin has said all 12 teams will face consequences for initially joining the European Super League, but some teams will face lesser ones for quickly opting out.
Wow. Bunch
Yeah,
of
dude.
dicks.
Yeah, so a lot of the teams pretty much said they were going to join in the 20th, and then they backed the fuck out. There's again, I think it's just the four teams that are. I think the four teams that stayed in: Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Juventus. They're the ones that are going to be punished the most. They haven't said exactly what yet. They just alluded to the millions and the league punishments. But yeah, we'll have more on that when they finally roll out that punishment, because they were pissed, man.
And they I guess they underestimated the influence that was outside of their own organization. Like even the politics that played into it. Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister of England, blasted this whole Super League idea from the get-go too. And I mean, like these individual teams and clubs have their own kind of influence. Like they got their fans. They're rabid too. And they thought that was good enough. And what ended up happening was that a lot of the fans were like, what the fuck are you guys doing? And they didn't expect that to happen. And even Serafin, the president of the European League, even praised the fans who were instrumental in getting their clubs to pull out of the league. So everything it didn't work out.
Yeah, I mean, because what would have happened is you would have this league was meant to be a midweek Tuesday, Wednesday game. You would have matchups. So what are guys doing on Sunday or Monday? They're sitting out of their regular league games because this new deal apparently was going to get each team $400 million just in broadcasting revenue, which is a shit ton of money.
I mean, think about it, man. It's the most popular teams around the world that are participating in this Super League.
Yeah, and I think this would set the precedent on club, if they went through with it and it was a successful league initiation and they had a good season, like pretty much the old leagues now become second class.
Yeah, they become like a minor league of sorts.
Exactly. So they pretty much have contracts with them, so they can't go back on the contracts. So it comes down to I don't know, man. If they decide to do their own league, yeah, I mean, it could be big, it could be great, but they'll lose just as much money and going to the new league or more, because these other clubs are billion-dollar organizations, and you're only gonna, if you're prepared to cut that and go to a $400 million team value after that, that's a big gamble, even though I think it'd pay off, but it would just pretty much rock the infrastructure too hard on all the established European leagues, and they're not ready for that yet.
Yeah, I think the fact that you have these separate leagues allows a lot of the other teams to shine and to be relevant. Because how often? I mean, who gives a shit about Leicester City? I mean, who even knew there was a Leicester City?
There's a Leicester City.
I mean. So exactly, Foo. So the fact that a lot of those other teams would have become irrelevant, you only had a Super League become relevant. Yeah, it's dangerous. It's dangerous for soccer in Europe. Though I think it would have been a good idea for us fans, because I would have liked to have just all the super teams going up against each other.
They just didn't work it out right.
Yeah.
They didn't work it out right. They jumped the gun.
They showed their hand, Foo.
Way too early. Way too early.
Because imagine the Cowboys, the Patriots, the Eagles, the Raiders, and then the Packers and the Saints Steelers instead of the Saints decided to have their own league. That'd be badass. You'd get quality games every single week, but you would not have variability, and you're limited to who's going to win that league between the 6 teams every year.
Yeah, because you're mostly focusing on the number of fan base number rather than the actual quality of the team.
Right.
And the larger league in perspective,
which is short-sighted from a business aspect.
Yeah, they did it wrong. They should have made an agreement to enter some type of premier or world
A
class.
Premier League foo.
Oh fuck! There's already one of those. Well, they can't do nothing. They should have.
What
made
about a Champions League?
They should.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, that exists too, man.
Which is a tier below the Premier League,
Yeah.
but it's called the Champion League.
But they still have
they-
some of the same teams in both leagues. I know, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any fucking
Dude,
sense.
they could have had. They should have proposed this as a new cup or tournament,
Yes.
and they probably could have. Like, dude, soccer probably could have fucking killed it, dude. But then again, there's the
Foo,
whole
it's
back.
football.
It could have been mutually exclusive, is what the Foo's saying, and I think
Yeah.
if they would have figured it out from that aspect, rather than to just rebel and try to leave their current league and fuck up all kinds of contracts, and
Well, no, they weren't trying to leave their current league.
well, that's not how they made it seem. I mean, this is obviously a thing. It was a protest. This
Yeah, because they didn't even notify the other leagues that they were doing this until like last minute when they.
Well,
all
I think
decided to do it.
the plan is they were going to continue both schedules, and that's where the UEFA was like, dude, what the fuck, like that messes us up. They really need to schedule it outside of the UEFA's pre-established. But then you got the World Cup, you got FIFA, and you got all this, the Olympic Games, and all this crazy. Like, it's a big schedule, man. Like,
yeah.
I think it's a lot of work to make it work, and they should have done a better job preparing for it. But yeah, like you said, Foo, they showed their hand, and now they're gonna have no leverage to go back, and they're gonna have to kind of stay in the system they got to deal with it. And who knows, man? Maybe they'll figure it out. Maybe they'll make a new league or a new champion type of tournament. That could work out, but I mean, they gotta do it, I guess. Bureaucratic, the
Bureaucratically, Foo.
Eurocratic. I was trying to look for the European word, Foo.
So these teams, I think there's 6 from the UK, 3 from Italy, 3 from Spain. And I think the final 4 that we're waiting on to see what kind of punishment they're getting, or if they even are going to return to this league, is going to play out. I'm curious to see what's going to happen to those 4. Are they going to stand their ground, and to what degree? And we'll probably talk about
They've
that.
already gone this far. Like
They've got everything to lose right now.
Yeah. But they're the most popular fucking teams in all of these leagues.
And I heard in another article, I don't think it was the ESPN article, but I forget which other publication wrote this, but every team in the European League views these last 4 teams as like the schoolyard bullies.
Yep.
Like because they know they're hot shit, and they're like the jocks. And I mean, it's playing to their strengths.
No, seriously, they are. That is like the perfect metaphor for these guys, because these 4 teams always get the top players.
Yeah.
Like they're willing to pay like hand over fist for all of these top players. That's why they got Neymar, like Antoine Griezmann. That's why Ronaldo's still been in this league, because these guys are willing to pay him like millions and millions of dollars. So yeah, and then that's what a lot of these other leagues get pissed about. It's like, bro, how can I can't spend $400 million on one player?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, I got other players to pay.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows, man? I'm really interested to see what kind of punishment they get, though, and if UEFA's Alexander Sefrin is actually gonna go through with punishing them harshly.
Kind of has to by now. I mean, he said it. He said he was gonna,
Point of-
and these guys aren't
point
known
of
to
no
back
return.
out of things like that. So, I think in the next Foobar Sports, we'll talk about the severity of these punishments.
Yeah,
That's
we
gonna be
should actually
interesting.
have some answers by then for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So Foo, one last thing in sports. I wanted to give the Foo a chance to defend himself. From such a dreadful performance, so bad that
Next
he
question,
he hasn't offered to play me again. What's up, Foo? You okay? You feeling okay, man?
Listen, man, I went back to the drawing board, and I rallied off like 4 wins in a row, so I got like 7 games above 500, and then I lost like 3 in a row, and I'm just like, I got it. I gotta have good answer for 3 and out. I just don't yet.
How's your running game, Foo?
Well, Foo, it's non-existent.
It's been pretty good on the online ones. I've been averaging over 100 yards a game, but like, god damn, dude, like the games where they just clog up the run, it's like interception, fucking
Fumble.
heaven, dude. No fumbles, Foo. I'm not that careless.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all interceptions. He's just careless when he throws the fucking ball. He has his quarterback running backwards and thinks, I could throw it.
Listen, Foo,
And
it's
it's
called
caught.
a diversion.
It's caught with
I
only
mean-
like a yard to gain.
So
We
what,
had-
man?
He had a 9 interception game one game.
No, remember it was 10 because I ran a wildcat.
Yeah, that's right.
Giddy
Oh,
up.
Foo.
Fucking Foo.
Well, Josh scared me back into playing Outer Worlds, so I've been doing that for the past 2 weeks.
All right. Well, I mean, at least you know your strengths.
That's right, Foo. Stay out of my house.
What I really want to see is a Foo C versus Josh.
I'll kick your ass,
Seen
Josh.
that, Foo? Yeah, right. Last time we played at the house, you lost 56-0. You're like, that's fine. I don't play this game, so it's okay.
I was rusty.
Rusty Willikers, Foo. That's what you are.
Yeah. And I think I was playing with the Raiders.
Oh, see, that's your problem right there, Foo.
You know what, Foo? I have 38 wins with the Raiders. It's not a bad problem.
And 0 against me.
Shut up.
Well, Foos, is that going to do it for the sports?
We're done here for you. Interview's over. No questions, please.
Yeah, so much for redeeming yourself, Foo. We'll see you in
Yeah,
part
Foo.
2 next time. All right, everybody stick around for music highlights. We'll be right back. The music highlights is brought to us by the new album by the Duvets. They're all covers. So one thing before we get started on the music highlights is I wanted to talk about Filthy Martini Studios has been hosting a lot of rehearsals for the Fallen Electric so that we can do a live recording here. And that's going to be taking place on May 8th, Saturday, May 8th at 5 p.m. We're going to be going live from Filthy Martini Studios here in Ontario, California with
Foo, who's invited, Foo?
Everybody's invited, Foo. It's a free concert that you can catch on the Fallen Electric's YouTube Live.
Nice.
And people are encouraged to tip. So we're going to be putting our PayPal, our Venmo, probably a Cash App link up there or information where you can send us a couple bucks because all of those proceeds will obviously be used, not obviously, but they will once I tell you. They're going to be used for recording, music videos, anything that has to do with the band. One thing that I can share with you all is that all the money that the band makes when we play is all used to go back into the band. So we don't keep that money. It goes back into creating more cool stuff that the band's going to be able to do in the future post-COVID or post the blip, as I've been calling it lately. And it's going to be a
You
good
guys
show.
do keep the money. You just account it differently. That's all.
You know what I mean, Foo. You know what I mean.
You're a liar.
We don't pocket it individually is what I'm saying. But anyway,
okay, Foo,
yeah,
thanks.
douchebag. We're going to be going live from this very room that Steph and I are recording out of right now, and it's going to be fun. I mean, off camera, we have my amp, we got the PA over here, and it's pretty much, if you've gone and checked out the Fallen Electric's Instagram in the last few weeks, you're kind of seeing what we're up to. And I'm excited, man. And we're just one of many bands that are going virtual these days, not only because people are starting to pay attention to the music scene again, but I mean, the funds are coming in, places are opening up rather lazily, but it's happening slowly but surely. Once more people get vaccinated, we'll be back on this trend. And I guess part 2 of trying to make something happen in this music industry as a rock band in 2021. So it'll be an interesting ride. Just do it for the music, really, and you have really nothing else to worry about. As that's what me and the fellas say, at least. But going back to the music highlights, fellas. Josh, you asked me to play a song by the Ex-Ambassadors and Earl St. Clair. I know that. Well, this one I was already familiar with this one. This is their single "Torture" off of their single that just came out this year in 2021. Anything specifically that you wanted me to play this? Any reason why you wanted me to play this here, Josh?
Well, I mean, one of the main reasons was I started listening to new music, weekly now, and to me this rock song, I mean it's better than most of what I've heard recently. So I figured, hey, I figured you guys would enjoy it, so I wanted to let you guys have a listen.
All right, well, let's check it out. Here we go. "Torture" by Ex-Ambassadors and Earl St. Clair. Yeah, gee, baby. Don't go out chasing waterfalls, man.
My favorite movie that references TLC throughout the entire thing is The Other Guys, when Michael Keaton's character just all of a sudden randomly brings up, references. Hey guys, don't go chasing waterfalls. Is that a TLC reference? I don't know what you mean. What are you talking about? It sounds like a TLC reference. Never heard of him. Look, get the job done, all right? I don't want no scrubs. Okay, you gotta know you're making TLC references.
That's such an underrated movie.
That's such a good movie.
Oh, such a great movie. I think I'm gonna watch it today. Oh man. All right. What do you say? You guys gotta creep. You gotta creep. I mean, you gotta know that's a TLC. Oh god,
that was part like all my older cousins. That TLC, Selena, early Tupac. I gotta be missing like maybe Mariah Carey's got to be in there too. Like
Biggie.
Always on rotation. Always on rotation at any kind of family barbecue for sure.
Oh, or DMX. I'm sure DMX.
DMX. The people shoehorn him here every now and then, at least at my family barbecues, but. Man, it was just part of the lexicon back then. Like you couldn't put a playlist together without putting at least one TLC song.
It's just a great. They were just a great group. Sad that Left Eye.
Yeah.
R.I.P. But
Yeah. Well, I think that's gonna do it for the music highlights for today. Everybody, stick around. Foo, get ready for the Foo facts.
No.
And Foo Facts, is brought to us by the... Hang on. Let me get this right. Foo Facts is brought to us by the Precipitation Trophy, the only award that rains on your parade.
You want another go at that one, Foo?
Nope. That was good enough.
Okay. All right.
The Precipitation Trophy. You get it?
Steph, if you're in charge of getting sponsors, you're fired.
I am not.
Yeah.
This is 100% Fooze.
Well, you're still fired.
They're
Anyways.
keeping the lights on, Foo. How many times do I have to explain this?
All right, whatever, dude.
All right, what do you got for us?
All right, man. In an effort to change my Foo Facts sources, Foo.
Using a different website today?
Huh?
Using a different website today?
We'll see, man.
Okay.
Last time I had a bunch of good ones lined up, and you're like, make it short. So we'll see. We'll see, Foo.
I did?
All right. Yeah, you cut me off. You're like, just bring it home. And I'm like, Dick, I have hundreds of these.
I didn't want you to do hundreds of them.
I didn't even get past like 6.
Well, I think we had enough tangents where it filled in the space.
Okay, fine. All right, man. Hopefully you like these ones, Foo. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, Foo. The Supreme Court has its own private basketball court with an amazing nickname, Foo.
Foo facts. Foo facts. What is it?
Foo, if you didn't know, there is a basketball court on the top floor of the U.S. Supreme Court building. And its nickname, Foo, Josh didn't guess it, but you guessed it, Foo, the highest court in the land. It's a good try, Josh. It's a good try. All right, Foo, here's our next fact. Walmart has a lower acceptance rate than Harvard.
Foo facts. Foo facts. I think they you have to have a minimum amount of teeth to work there.
Well, food. Of course, that makes no sense the way I phrased it, but just numbers wise, Harvard has a 4.5% admittance rate, but Walmart applicants only have a 2.6% higher rate from applicants.
I believe it.
So get into Harvard while you can, man.
Yeah. The door's open, boys.
So you're saying there's a chance.
It's a better chance to go into Walmart, and I know we'd kill it at Walmart, Foo.
Those are your only two options.
Well, I'm an ex-Walmart
Only two options,
employee.
no in between.
I used
That
to
or go
work
to
for-
Russia, dude.
I used to work for Sam's Club, which is Walmart, so that was back in the day.
Dang, Foo, you're part of the 2.6%.
I know. I should have applied to Harvard when I had the chance.
Elitist.
It might be your
Elitist?
damn son. You got
elitist.
told.
I think the most cleverest meme I've seen within the last couple of weeks has been, what is it? He's like, I go to Walmart, I can't find what I'm looking for, and now I have to take a shower and put shoes on so I can go to Target.
That's elitist, Foo.
Yeah.
All right, Foo, here's our next one. A football fan once dedicated his obituary to insulting an NFL team.
Foo facts. Foo facts.
How so, Foo?
Foo, based on a true story, a lifetime Cleveland Browns fan and season ticket holder requested in his obituary for 6 Cleveland Browns to be his pallbearers at his funeral. Why, do you ask? So the Browns can let him down one last time.
Yeah.
Nice, Foo.
Stupid Browns.
Okay. Foo, next Foo fact. There is a technical name for the fear of long words.
Foo facts. Foo facts.
What's that? What's the name?
Are you ready for the word, Foo?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. The world is called. Oh man, I might stumble here a bit.
Sound it out.
Hippopota monstraquipedalophobia.
Oh wow.
The fuck?
Yeah.
And does that freak
Yeah.
people out? Does that
Well,
word
if it
inherently?
didn't, it didn't work, Foo.
All right.
It's actually the term if you're scared of long words. This is the phobia. I'll send it to the messenger, you guys, so Steph can look it up because I know she's already looking that
I'm
shit
looking
up.
that shit up.
Holy shit! It looks like a fucking German word.
Yep. There, send it in the fucking chat so Steph can check my sources.
Hippopotamonstrossequip.
Dahliaphobia.
Yeah. That seems
He
unnecessary.
said it right. He said it right. It's just,
Nice. Nailed it, Foo.
Yeah, I nailed it.
Hey, are you afraid of long words? Well, I got a longer one for you.
Yeah.
Well, let me scare you to bed.
Yeah.
All right, Foo. Here's our next Foo fact. Hunting unicorns is legal in Michigan.
Oh. Oh wait, hang on. I got you here.
Foo facts. Foo facts.
Interesting, Foo.
Interestingly enough, Foo, in Michigan, the Lake Superior State University in Michigan offers a unicorn hunting license. The chief herald of the unicorn hunters once quoted, "The pursuit of unicorn is a lonely quest. We wish them nothing but good luck."
Leave it in Michigan.
Yep. Yeah. Oh man, here's a good one. Oh, Steph, fuck you for this one.
Fuck you.
I'll tie it back in after the Foo Fact music plays. Someone actually paid $10,000 for invisible artwork.
Foo facts. Foo facts.
How do you know they did anything?
Well, hey, check it out. Steph's totally gonna be on board with it after we fucking find out who sold it to the art collector. Fucking an art collector once paid $10,000 for non-visible sculpture created by none other than James Franco.
Yes.
The artwork was billed as an endless tank of oxygen.
Okay. Oh,
Fuck you, James Franco. Fuck you, Steph.
It's the greatest actor of our time.
God, greatest con man of all time.
Yeah.
He's acting without acting. The best.
Stupid.
Is that what con men do?
yeah.
Anyway,
Conwell man.
well, no, he's a man.
Continue.
An endless tank
All
of
right, sorry
oxygen.
about that. All right. Okay. Foo, our lifelong quest, Foo, to find this out. You and I can die easy, Foo.
What is
There is an official ruling for how many Tootsie Pop licks it takes to get to the center.
Oh, we got it already? Oh, shit.
That's right.
Foo facts. Foo facts.
What is it, Foo?
Yep, Foo, we can die easy, Foo. It officially takes 364 licks to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop, Foo. According to an engineer-student scientific endeavor at Purdue University. However, it is noted with a big asterisk, he used a proprietary licking machine rather than doing the experiment with the tongue. So you gotta take it with a grain of
raw
salt.
at some point.
Well, I mean, they could have just asked Mr. Owl again, right?
He was a dick.
He was a dick.
He crunched it and he gave him the opposite end of where he crunched it from, so there's no evidence, Foo.
Right.
It was flawed. Anyways. Next one, Foos. Oh, wow. Cows moo with regional accents, Foo. Check that out.
What the fuck?
Foo facts. Foo facts.
Foo. According to
Lembu.
okay, here's a quote from a UK professor. In small populations such as herds, you would encounter identifiable dialectical variations, which are most affected by the immediate peer group. And he adds, in other words, you can take the cow out of Jersey.
Oh, God.
Bitch, I'm a cow.
Moo.
Moo your cabbage, moo.
Oh man.
We got a Mexican moo too.
Moo. Moo. He's trying to say move. He's mooing.
Muévete, cabrón, moo.
Oh. Is that how you thought it in your head, Fuse?
Yeah, well, the Foo is referencing that when I think in Spanish. No, ironically. No, I don't.
All right, Foo.
Thinks in Mexican.
I think in Mexican, yeah. It was my first language. So when I think to myself, it sounds weird. I know I get it, but I think in Spanish. It's a thing. I don't know. Continue.
All right, Foo. I'm going to try to nail these down here.
Yeah.
Here's a nice one, Foo. Vending machines are bigger threats to humanity than sharks.
Foo facts. Foo facts.
Now just imagine putting a vending machine in the water.
Foo.
Dun, dun, dun.
Foo. This New England aquarium that said you're twice as likely to be killed by a vending machine than a shark also poses the question, so when does Discovery Channel premiere Vending Machine Week, Foo?
Dang.
I'd watch.
I would too, man. Sounds like a fucking great idea.
And if they did, you know how
so
like
many
they
species.
do different species of sharks. If they did like a fucking cigarette vending machine, a candy vending machine,
Condom
food
vending
machine.
condom, yeah, all that shit. And you know which one's the worst one? Now
Soda vending machine.
is this because they all dispense plastics and stuff, Foo?
No, it's because they're likely to fall on you and kill you.
Oh, all right.
Especially, I mean, Foo, especially when your drink or your bag of chips don't come out and you got to shake the
And
damn
you're all
thing.
pissed and you shake it too violently, Foo. It's gonna violently smash your skull.
Or if you try to jack one, like a soda can, and you get your arm stuck in the vending machine like Homer did.
You're gonna have
You're
to cut
stuck
that
there
arm
for
off?
weeks, dude.
Yeah.
See, Foo, one of the episodes should be, it's like, Bob was going to the chip vending machine for his break. When
He's been getting away for years getting his free bag of Fritos. Not
But
today, Bob.
today, he's in for a rude awakening. Bob shakes it vigorously, and then it falls, and it lands on his arm. Bob loses his arm forever, but he gains a respect for the vending machine.
And then Foos, they interview Bob after.
It's like, Bob, do you hate vending machines for the rest of your life? No, because I was on their territory.
I brought it upon myself.
It was their habitat.
I had no business being in that vending machine.
Oh,
It writes
dude.
itself.
it
Fool,
does.
writes itself.
It does write itself. What
That'd
should
be
we
great,
call it?
dude.
Like full tilts or something? Oh,
Stupid.
stupid.
Okay, Foos.
You got more of these, man?
Yeah. Josh, you're gonna hate this one, dude. You can hire scary clowns to terrify children.
Foo facts. Oh, foo facts.
Fuck you, Foo. Dare you give
Foo,
these guys
in Switzerland, there's actually a service. You can hire a clown and they will stalk your kid all day and creepily smash a cake into their face on their birthday.
Nice.
Damn, don't ever go to Switzerland, Josh.
Fuck.
I'm already trying to stay away from Mexican birthday parties when they try to smash your face into the cake and just ruin your entire childhood on VHS. That was a little close to home. But
The Foo just Fuse just
had a flashback.
A war flashback.
yeah, I heard the CCR playing. Yeah. Oh, I hated that. So I still hate it when I see people do it to little kids on Instagram and
You
TikTok.
ruin a fucking cake, man.
Yeah, for one, you're ruining a cake, and then they're trying to blow on it. Blow out the candles as hard as they can, and the trick candles is another thing. It's like you're getting all this slobber on the top layer here. What are you doing?
I mean, Foo, what if you get a candle in your eye when you slam them in the face of the cake? Because half the time they don't take the candles out.
Yeah,
That's
they're
true,
a little
fool.
careless. By then
And then
you're
they're wearing hairspray, their head catches on fire.
they're wearing hairspray, dude.
Or Jerry curl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Go, Foo.
back to you. Bless you. Oh, hey, you caught it. You caught it.
Yeah,
Well
I did
done,
it, Foo.
Foo.
That
Well
was
done.
the
Foo,
best.
and I'm working on
use-
eliminating those annoying clicks too, Foo. It worked.
Oh, what did you do differently?
I'm using the touchpad.
What I had suggested from the beginning?
No, totally different. from what you
Oh,
suggested.
okay. Well, egg on my face.
Yeah. All right, Foo. Here's a very interesting way to employ people, Foo.
Mm-hmm.
One programmer had an unusual way of weaning himself off of Facebook. Manish Sethi, a computer programmer, hired a woman at a rate of $8 an hour to slap him in the face every time he tried checking Facebook during working hours.
Foo facts. Oh, foo facts.
Go get that side hustle, Steph.
Smack him around.
Slapping people in the face.
the
He admitted
dominatrix,
later,
dude.
smartphone addiction is real, people.
Tis.
It is.
Yeah, so much so that this dude needed to hire someone to fucking physically harm him.
Yeah.
I mean, damn, bro, just delete the fucking app.
Nope. You can't be trusted.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. All right, man. You want to... How many more until you bring it home? Because God forbid I tell you to bring it home now. I didn't want to hurt your feelings. Jesus.
Shut up. You did.
Yeah, I did.
All right, Foo. Here's a super ironic one, Foo. There is one Norwegian town with a super ironic name. There's a village in southern Norway actually named Hell.
Foo facts. Foo facts.
So when I tell you to go to hell, you need a passport?
Yeah, you just need to get a passport. You go to Norway, foo. And get this, foo. Every winter, it freezes over. Hell freezes over,
Oh,
foo.
look at that. Look at this.
Wow, Foo, a lot of promises got to be made now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone's going to Norway, foo.
I want to go to Pig's Flyton next.
Ha. Ha.
It's a
Alright.
village, foo,
Hello?
not a
Hello?
town.
Ha ha.
Okay. Is this still on?
No. It shut itself off after that shitty joke. Anyway, Foo.
All right, all right, fine. Fuck you guys. Bring it home.
Okay, I'll bring it home.
All right.
All right, foo. The brooding silence in Twilight movies actually adds up to significant time, foo.
I knew it.
Spliced all together, all of the quiet staring scenes in Twilight amass to 26 minutes.
Damn.
Foo facts. Foo facts.
Now, what's the high? What's the line here? Did they have more slow mo in the Snyder cut or more silence in the Twilight movies?
Oh, definitely the Snyder Cut, bro.
Yeah, had more slow mo.
Yeah, fucking annoying.
There wasn't 26 minutes of slow mo.
It was 10%.
Felt like it.
Like only like 10 minutes.
Oh god, like that's an improvement.
10
I mean,
minutes.
Foo, just the silent brooding stares. Have you ever seen Twilight? You know how fucking long it felt watching that.
Yes,
goddamn
I've seen
movie?
all 4 movies. Yes, I've seen them.
Yeah, let's get that out of the way, Foo.
We've all seen them.
I've only seen the first one. Thank goodness.
Oh, you're lucky.
Brooding.
Oh, Foo, you didn't see the Vampire War, Foo? Ah, what an idiot.
Right? No.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
yeah, you're an idiot, man.
Right?
All right, I'll take it. I'll take that.
Wasn't even real.
Well, Foos. Now,
Shut up, Steph. You spoiled it.
He's not gonna watch it.
I'm not gonna watch
She didn't
it.
spoil anything. Anyway,
Oh, I
Okay,
guess if
if-
you read the books, yeah,
look,
that's right.
It's been like what, 15 years since that movie came out. If you haven't watched it, then fuck you.
Oh my.
or
Okay.
even if you watch
Damn,
it.
fuck you, Foo.
I guess fuck me. All right. I'm gonna go fuck myself now.
Hey, Foo.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Steph watching
thanks for
it?
letting me do a good one at the end there, Foo.
I always do, Foo. Thanks for not clicking.
You're welcome.
All right.
These are
Well,
very awkward compliments.
Yeah, I know. I don't know
this
how
guy.
I should feel about these.
hey,
Get a room, you
hey, guys, shut up.
Shut up.
Trying to end the podcast here, man.
Oh,
Hey, Foo. Before we sign off,
What?
that was unintentional. There's a Facebook group I would like to put you on to, Foo.
Yeah.
And maybe you can talk about it
What is
next podcast, so you have a week to do your own homework, Foo.
Okay.
I'm gonna invite you to this Facebook group called "Fuck," and then in parentheses, and I cannot stress this enough, end parentheses, them kids.
Ah. So is it about parents complaining about their kids?
Yeah, and it's about it's a group for bashing on kids, Foo. No bashing on men or women. It's bashing on kids only.
Oh, nice. You know, is it going to be as entertaining, though, as that Instagram account that I follow? What is it? Kids Getting Hurt?
Yeah, one of those videos I showed you was that I just sent you in mid-pod was from that
Tight.
page, Foo.
I love Kids Getting Hurt. It's the best. It's the best, dude. All right. All right. Well, are you not with me that when you're at a restaurant trying to mind your own goddamn business, there's a kid running around and then he finally trips and falls and starts crying? Don't you just want to high five everybody at your table?
Foo, I actually had that conversation with Jackie like a week ago.
Uh-huh.
I was like, we're not going to bring the kid into a restaurant until they're well established. And she's like, no, we got to bring them in when they're a baby. And I was like, oh, fuck.
You're going to be that guy, dude?
I was like, don't make me that guy.
They can't even eat anything.
Yeah.
I told her that and she doesn't care.
You're different, Foo.
Be prepared for all those hate stares.
Oh, I'm down to fight, dude. I'm down to fight in the parking lot.
Well, people are already giving him hate stare just because of who he is. Now
I mean,
now there's reason to throw hands.
He's a tall Dutch guy. What's not to hate?
I know, like you said, Foo. Now there's gonna be hands thrown, not just looks.
Yeah, but he's slow though.
Who, me? I'll just do the leg sweep I saw in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I guess you have the reach.
Yeah.
I think about it constantly. If I land on my elbow on the outside part, it won't hurt the inside part, and I'll be fine.
No, it'll just shatter your elbow.
No.
with the
I'm
force
not
that you're
landing
gonna
on
be
the
falling.
elbow. I'm landing on the outside part, Josh. You missed it.
You mean your forearm?
No.
On this bicep or tricep
What are
area.
you-
Yeah, my tricep. I might
You know.
pull my tricep, but nonetheless, I will not break anything.
Okay.
Well, let us know how that
Okay.
works, Foo.
I'm looking
Well,
forward to that.
I'll tell you how it goes when it goes down, Josh.
All right. I can't wait.
No,
Somebody
you can
fight
wait.
this
You can
guy.
wait.
Just somebody please fight this guy.
I'm gonna, yeah, come on. Anyone sees this guy out there, just start a fight. No questions asked.
All right,
Hey,
so
you're the Foo. Fuck you. Fuck.
a few last things as order of business here. Foo, are we doing a Podzilla soon? Are we gonna keep this going? I just need to know.
Not next week, man. I got the baby shower.
You motherfucker. What about after that?
Are we taking a break next week?
You want to do a best of next week?
Well, you guys are going to the baby shower, right?
Yeah. So we
Did
have
you
to have
Foos
break,
text
obviously.
Brit though?
I did. God, I did.
After
Yes.
she shamed him, Foo.
Foo, do you know how to read though?
I do. Fuck. Just not all the way through.
So, okay, just checking.
We can do a live from the baby shower.
No, I'll kill
Oh
you.
my god, who's coming out of this
I'll
car?
fucking kill you, dude.
It's a Toyota Corolla. No.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Hey, no, all right. So we're doing a best of next week. Is that what we're deciding? Because
Yes,
we're
that's
also coming up on what is it? We're on an anniversary, right? Podcast anniversary. Is it year
Podcast
3 or 4?
anniversary?
You 3 or 4? I lost count.
4?
I
We're
think
on
it's
season-
year 3, Foo.
Year 3?
We're finishing season 3.
No, we're still in season 3 until the rest of the year. It's year 3 now.
It's year 3.
Yeah, it's a difference. So that's
I thought
coming
you
up
said we're in
soon.
season 4, Foo.
We are in season 4,
know that.
but we're in year
I know nothing.
3, I think. I should know these things.
I know.
Okay, we started before Memorial Day
Mm-hmm.
in 2018, if that gives you any context.
So year 3, yeah.
3, yeah. Season.
We're 3 years in. Or we're
Stop
in
saying
ye-
the season, Steph. We're in season
we're-
4.
Yeah, it's not year is not the same as season, lady. We're in year 4 then. No, I
What?
don't know. Can somebody?
We're in the actual year 3, but we're about to start season 4.
No,
Year
we're in
4.
season 4.
We're in
I don't
season
understand
4.
anything anymore.
Backwards. We're in season 4 from the beginning of the year to the one whole full calendar year is a season 4.
Yeah, in January we started season 4.
Yeah, but we're in year 4 now.
How are me and the Foo the only ones
We're in year
aware
3.
of this?
I know nothing.
Year 3.
Well, we're-
I don't
yeah.
know. Whatever.
Yeah, so that's coming up. And I think that it would be appropriate if we do take next week off and throw up a best of. I'm cool with that. That if once we come back that we open up with a Podzilla. Foo, can we do it?
Yes, we can.
Well, my return date is TBD, Foo.
You motherfucker, dude.
Just come over. You'll be fully vaccinated.
Don't forget
We'll
the
have
weekend after that's
barbecue.
technically my birthday weekend, Foo.
Yeah. Boo.
Who
I ain't working on my
cares?
birthday, dog. Except for real work, I gotta go to work.
Oh, for fuck's sake. All right, well, let us know, because we might just still have one either way. It might just not be a Podzilla.
I mean, did Josh watch it though? Did Josh watch it?
Not yet.
No.
I'll watch it.
Okay,
No.
see.
I'll
Well,
watch
you
it by
got
then.
2 weeks if we're doing this.
Yeah, I just need to know when we're doing it, and then I'll watch it.
All right,
Let's podcast Friday night, 7:59 p.m.
I think that works.
No, I'm just kidding.
What?
Don't do
Fuck
that.
you, dude. All right, we'll talk about it. Just count on everybody. Everybody, just count on there being a best of next week. And also, I wanted to bring this up that for the first 3 months, us Foos are going to be electing the best sponsors. I wanted to do it every 3 months, and then at the end of the year, we'll put the top 4 sponsors that we've had on the Foobar show for the last year. I think we
Another
should.
music tournament, Foo.
Well, no, but off pod, so that we're not just drowning people in 25 minutes of nothingness of a bracketology. I figure that at the end of the year we can put like a best of, but we'll talk about like the best moments in the Foobar show. We can call it the Fooies.
The Fooies?
Oh, Fooey.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll work towards that, but that'll come up in December. Shut up, Foo. Shut up. And so that's gonna be that. And so everybody stick around next the following week for an all new episode. Until then, check out the Fallen Electric. That we're gonna be doing that on May 8th. That live show on the Fallen Electric's YouTube channel. Start subscribing now so that you're all ready to go. And it's not like you can't check it out after the fact, you know. So if you can't watch it live, you can still press play.
What time
and
does the
watch
show
it.
begin, Foo?
5 p.m. Saturday, May 8th is when it goes live, and it should make for a good time. And so, and in the meantime, subscribe to the channel, add us on Spotify and Apple Music. Also, go to foobarshow.com. I'm going to add a link so that you can get 30% off from Grassdoor. And that's right, I pronounced it correctly, grassdoor.com, where you can get some cannabis products and enjoy that. If not, if you want to just throw us a couple shillings, there's also a PayPal and Venmo link down there where you can toss over a couple bucks so that we can keep the lights on here at Filthy Martini Studios. And so until then, thank you all very much for listening into the Foobar Show. Thanks for hitting subscribe. And remember to rate, review, and tell your friends like a freaking champion. You can always reach us and check out our merch at foobarshow.com. That's FOObarshow.com. And search FOO Bar Show on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. Check us out. Drop us a line and we'll fill it up like a couple of foos. I've been Josie.
Wait, after you.
And Steph.
Signing off saying...